Call them now.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know that customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Merry Christmas.
Did we bring Santa today?
Santa brought snow, that's for sure. How about it?
Oh, so now that there's snow, we can do holidays because you've been so bah humbug.
I've not been bah humbug.
You sure have been pretty Scroogey about all the whole let's put up Christmas lights, let's listen to Christmas music.
There are rules.
And apparently the rule means snow to you.
It was warm and then it was cold.
It was warm and then it was cold.
That's
and
your official weather report here on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
It is still cold. It is still pretty slick out on the roads this morning, although you can see the efforts from CDOT out there clearing them up and putting the stuff on the road.
You know, those guys are the unsung heroes. They do so much, and gosh, what a great job they're doing today. We're so super grateful for CDOT and all those folks. Thank you for tuning in if you are one of the CDOT folks as well. Hey, so your weather is going to get abundantly full of sunshine today with a high of 43 degrees. Wait, what? Can you have those two words in the same sentence? Abundant sunshine. High of 43 degrees.
In Colorado, the answer
winter.
is yes.
All right, and then clear skies overnight, low of 22. And then we're going to start seeing over the weekend, the weather will start to continue to clear. We're going to have 55 degrees on Saturday, 68 on Sunday, moving back down 59 and 50 into the next week. That's your weather report and lots of good stuff. By the way, good morning, everybody. We're Eric and Angel. This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. You're listening to Denver's Money Talk 1690 KDMT.
You don't think the big voice did that for you already?
Well, no, the big voice says Eric and Angel will be here.
Oh, they will be here.
Here we are.
And so you think that maybe they sent somebody else in as filler until you said so?
Somebody got a little.
I'm just thinking, you're like, oh, and by the way, this is who we are. They just announced it like 2.5 minutes ago.
How about this? Let's go to our pre-market report. What do you say?
How about that?
All righty. Dollar continues to flex its American muscle, according to the headline here. U.S. dollar hasn't been this strong since early 2003. Wait, what? The U.S. dollar hasn't been this strong since 2003. The ICE dollar index, which tracks the dollar's value versus other major global currencies, hit 101.37 Friday, up about 10% from early May, probably 9% since the election. I'm just making that part up, but it's probably true. More pain for VW. Volkswagen is cutting 30,000 jobs as it tries to boost profits in the wake of a huge emissions scandal. Apparently that didn't go away. Europe's largest automaker says the cuts are needed to reduce costs as it works to overhaul its plants in Germany. The vast majority of the job cuts, 23,000 of them, will come from its home market. Volkswagen employs more than 610,000 workers worldwide. Shares of Volkswagen inched up in Germany on Friday. We'll see where they go throughout the rest of the day. The major U.S. stock market indexes are trading near record highs. However, it doesn't look like today will be necessary. I'll start over. It doesn't look like today will necessarily be a record-setting day as U.S. stock futures are looking rather weak. For those who like to keep the score, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is just 30 points away from its highest ever level, and the S&P 500 and NASDAQ need less than 10 points to hit new record highs. Looking abroad, European markets are mostly declining in early trading. Asian markets ended the week with mixed results. Abercrombie & Fitch, Buckle, and Foot Locker releasing earnings before the bell Friday. Meanwhile, shares in Salesforce.com and Gap should be on the move when trading opens after the companies released earnings on Thursday afternoon. Salesforce.com stock set to surge while Gap are heading south. What else can you look for? Well, I think that's pretty much it. We're not gonna go. There's a couple of record releases, but you're probably not interested in that.
If you say so.
I think it's probably true.
You're not interested. He's like, I've had enough of this. Had enough of this market news.
That's the news you needed to know. Here's the news you might want to know. That's right. It's time for You Choose the News, the positive business talk show gone awry. It's the game show at the top of the hour that we've actually chosen the news. We like it because it rhymes. There's no significant or redeeming value whatsoever. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm going to choose the headlines. Choose the order of which the news will be given by the headlines that Eric will try and fool me with.
Is that a dog or is that a cricket?
We can't tell the difference.
That's one.
All right.
Number 2, you call that a sword? Number 3, this guy's got the mannequin challenge down pat.
The mannequin challenge?
Yes.
What's the mannequin challenge?
You don't know what the mannequin challenge is? Oh, see, these are all the
Does
rage.
everybody know what the mannequin challenge is?
Do you remember when everybody was planking?
Planking,
right? You remember what planking?
Like the exercise?
But it was all the rage, and everybody on social media was planking, and the big thing was to get pictures of or videos of people planking. You're not. Keep up, woman.
I know. I'm like, I do this as social. Okay. Anyways, all right. So people were planking.
So the mannequin challenge is, you're off doing whatever you're doing, and then somebody takes a camera, and everybody freezes.
Okay.
Like a mannequin.
Okay.
Right. And a camera runs through and around the people, and it just looks
like mannequins.
Like mannequins. Like it's incredible.
It's like freeze tag.
Some people, but it's some of them are getting pretty elaborate where, people are pouring things in the middle of the air, and it's frozen because they go to the extent of making props of fake pour.
Wow. Okay.
It's crazy.
Okay.
So this particular story is of a Pennsylvania man's dog who gets the mannequin challenge.
Oh.
A Pennsylvania dog owner shared a video of his well-trained dog mastering the mannequin challenge in a variety of complex poses. Ryan Thomas posted a video to Twitter showing his boxer, Boston, holding completely still in various complicated poses, including taking cookies out of the oven, balancing tortilla chips on his head. He says, my dog has the best #mannequin challenge. The mannequin challenge trend on social media involves people, and in cases such as this, animals, holding perfectly still in an imitation of a mannequin. Famous participants in the challenge include Hillary Clinton, John Bon Jovi, as well as the Cleveland Cavaliers. Thomas joked the mannequin challenge isn't Boston's only trick. He actually is really good at playing ping pong. He tweeted aside a photo of the dog posing with a paddle and ping pongs. It's pretty impressive, this dog. A boxer named Boston mastering the mannequin challenge.
All right. That is pretty cool.
Okay, so you got a sword.
Okay. No. So you call that a sword?
So you call that a sword?
Oh, you totally removed the...
No, it's interchangeable.
It is not interchangeable. You forgot.
This is the unisex.
You forgot that they introduced us.
Headline.
You forgot the headline. Let's go with it since you won't remember it in the future.
Is that a dog or is that a cricket?
The next time you do it, you're going to say something about a sword. You call that a sword?
In Greenock, Scotland, a woman managed to ward off a sword-wielding attacker at a fast food restaurant, and she was armed only with a plastic fork. Julie Crichton, 23, chased the attacker, a 20-year-old Arthur Rennie, with the plastic utensil after he entered Crichton's news and fast food shop with a sword and demanded she empty the cash register. Oh, no, you didn't. I have, ta-da, a Dixie fork.
Dixie fork.
Mm-hmm. She chased him down. This was a large sword, and the incident must have been very frightening, Judge Lady Ray of the High Court in Glasgow said. She is extremely brave, and she tackled Mr. Rennie despite the fact that he had a sword. Crichton said the man entering the store brandishing a 2-foot sword and entered the store with an accomplice who waited at the door. He came towards me and pushed me, and I pushed back. I think he realized I wasn't going to give him anything. He went out, and I went out the shop after him, and I was wielding a plastic fork.
A plastic fork. You know what? You do whatever you've got. You work with what you've got.
You work with what you got.
You work with what you've got. Yeah.
So that was a story about a sword.
Do you have a man about a horse?
Is that a dog Or is that a cricket?
A dog or a cricket. Okay. That's the last one, right?
If you keep talking like that, I may bring out 3 more stories.
No. I just wanted to make sure I didn't still have anything to choose from.
In a town called, get this, Visakhapatnam, England. Sorry, I'm sure I slaughtered that.
I'm sure.
A cricket game between an English and Indian teams came to a halt when a stray dog wandered onto the pitch and led security staff on a chase. The teams were facing off in the second test of five-test series, and the dog trotted onto the pitch. Oh, and then the dog left a deposit right in the middle of the cricket game.
Oh.
Whoops. Watch where you step, folks. We'll be back with more positive business talk right on the other side of these messages. You're listening to Angel and Eric, but the big voice told you that already. This is Denver's Money Talk.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
The holiday season is a time for gift giving, so let me suggest a caring gift for someone you know, plus a gift for you. I'm Tina Francone, NRA certified instructor and founder of Straightforward Shooting. We've qualified thousands of Coloradans for their concealed carry permits. Now, I'd like you to consider giving one as a gift to someone you care about, a friend, coworker, family member, or someone who's made an impact on your life. At Straightforward Shooting, we guarantee personalized instruction that addresses specific needs. We assess skill and comfort levels so that we can fit your special someone into the perfect class. So give a special gift this holiday season. Give the gift of a Straightforward Shooting concealed carry class. And our gift for you? A free basic handgun book. Really, just ask for your special gift from us when you choose the class. Visit us at straightforwardshooting.com or call me, Tina Francone, at 720-989-9662. That's straightforwardshooting.com or call 720-989-9662.
Jane, you hire a lot of people for your business. Do you have a favorite website for posting jobs?
Indeed.
Oh, good. Because I've got mountains of resumes, but none of these people are qualified, you know?
Indeed.
Oh, and it's got to be super affordable, okay?
Indeed.
Jane, are you going to tell me the website or what?
I just told you 3 times. Indeed.com.
Oh.
It's the best place to find the most qualified candidates.
Ooh, Indeed.
Get started with the nation's #1 job site for free. Just go to tryindeed.com for a free job posting. With over 85 million U.S. visitors a month, Indeed.com is the largest job site in the country. Not only that, independent research shows Indeed delivers more hires than Craigslist, Monster, and LinkedIn combined. Your next hire is just a few clicks away, so don't wait. To post your job for free, go to tryindeed.com. That's tryindeed.com.
Terms, conditions, quality standards, and usage limits apply.
This is Lon Chen of the Hoover Institution for Townhall.com. Last week's elections can be viewed as many things: the victory of the outsider over the establishment, an expression of continued economic anxiety, or a statement of frustration about business as usual in Washington, D.C. Above all, we should see the election results as a repudiation of the Obama policy legacy. Exit polling tells a story. Trump voters believed Obamacare has gone too far, the economy's in bad shape, and the country's on the wrong track. And it's not just about Trump. Voters returned GOP majorities to both houses of Congress. Down the stretch, Trump and Republican candidates for Congress argued for limited government, policies to promote economic growth, and the importance of keeping our country safe at home and strong around the world. And the voters endorsed that message. Change is coming to America, indeed. I'm Lon Chen.
Protect your wealth with gold and silver from Roslyn Capital. Call 800-299-8200. 800-299-8200.
Hey, it's Hugh Hewitt for Tynan's. You've heard me talking about Matt Tynan, my personal friend, for many, many years. Tynan's Volkswagens, Tynan's Nissan and Aurora, both of them run family operated for more than 50 years. Tynan's has a huge inventory of Volkswagens, SUVs, and cars available on the lot listed at all the lowest possible prices. They have a large selection of used vehicles from a variety of manufacturers as well. Mostly they've got integrity. If you knew Matt Tynan, you wouldn't shop anywhere else. If you knew his brothers, you wouldn't shop anywhere else. Stop in for a test drive today. They're located at 700 South Havana Street in Aurora, Colorado. And they're looking forward to working with you. For over 50 years, Tynan's has specialized in financing people with every kind of credit situation. You're a first-time buyer, you got a bankruptcy or a foreclosure, they can help. They're one of the dealerships referred by the Colorado Consumer Bankruptcy Association. Mostly I want you to try Tynan's because I know Matt, and I know you can trust them to get you into the car that you need. Tynan's Volkswagen, Tynan's Nissan Aurora. Go in, tell them Hugh Hewitt sent you. That's Tynan.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
That's exactly right. We want to interact with you live on the show. Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel Tussey, Eric Raymer here, helping you get your day started right. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk some business. But first, there has been a sighting from the West Coast.
A sighting.
Yes.
Yes.
One of our listeners and dear friends tunes in the mornings, and here it is, 4:21 in the morning in San Diego. But Darla writes in and says, "Oh, goody. A shoe giveaway?"
A shoe giveaway, kind of.
Oh, I don't think you're giving those away.
There is kind of a shoe giveaway, kind of, sort of going on. So last night, Eric and I got to be the MCs for the fourth annual, maybe fifth, Designer Bag Bash.
Yeah.
And we've done it every year since they started.
In support of the James Resource Network, which helps single parents find housing. Yeah, phenomenal organization.
Phenomenal organization. And the way that it started several years ago with some women donating their designer purses that
Gently
were
used
in their closet, love them, but not really using them.
Right.
And so we started with, maybe 20, 30 purses.
Mm-hmm.
And so gathered a bunch of girlfriends. We all came and we bid on the purses, had a little bidding war, had some fun little cocktails, the shitini. It was super fun. And it's grown from there. Last night they had the event again, and there were over 130 purses that had actually been donated for the evening.
Yeah.
And it was everything.
It's just stunning. The variety, the colors, the textures, the sizes. I don't carry a purse. But
you need a man bag. You need a man bag.
It's a European man bag.
It's a satchel.
Yeah, but
right?
I'm telling you, it was just gorgeous. And then what is attractive or attracted when you put out a whole bunch of designer purses? Beautiful women, all decked out. It was beautiful. It was super fun. Something they added to the mix this year that was also donated. Mm-hmm. They've actually, in the last year, maybe a little bit longer, they've actually teamed up with some couture designers. Yes.
And have all these, a new line of couture wedding dresses.
Thousands of wedding dresses.
And cocktail dresses, gowns, ball gowns, and jewelry. And so the elevation of the group has been elevated. But this year she brought in Jimmy Choo shoes.
Now look, I am 100% man, but even I know Jimmy Choo.
So I've never tried on a Jimmy Choo shoe. I don't know that I've actually ever seen one in person, but she had about 8 different styles of shoes to choose from, all brand new. And so, yes, Angel fell in love with one pair in particular, but it was the only one that she had in my little bitty shoe size.
Well, I'll tell you what, they're just stunning. And for those who are listening, we have those shoes, and they are shiny patent gold leather. Studded with sparkles and
yes, they are gorgeous. So they are about as high of a heel that I think I've ever even attempted
it's a full
to try on.
5-inch stiletto.
Yeah, and so I can't actually wear them. I can't actually walk in them. So I have to practice. I have to get my ankles kind of in shape for them. So I have to practice. But I think I will attempt to wear these at the Fan Braggin Gala. Now, the Jimmy Choo, she actually has them on eBay. She has a Shishi's store on eBay. So if you go to ebay.com/Shishi's, I think you can actually find her Jimmy Choo shoes. So they're about half the price of what they would retail for.
It's remarkable. We saw a $3,000 pair of Jimmy Choos
Those are so
being
pretty.
sold for only $1,200.
They were so pretty. So about half the price. So if you know shoes and you know Jimmy Choo's and you would like to get a pair for half price, check out their store at eBay. I also have another fun shoe source, which is the Z shoe source, the letter Z shoe source. Super gorgeous shoes, super affordable shoes. And she's even offering right now a discount, an added 10% discount off her already affordable prices if you use the promo code GALA10 right now. But I did have to, I found a website that talked about the downside to wearing high heels. And so, ladies, I just want to share, this is how you make heels safer and more wearable. They say they aren't the healthiest choice for your feet, but you don't have to rule them out all together. So for those of us who still like a fabulous shoe, but we're worried about falling, sprained ankles, lower back pain, shortened Achilles tendon. I actually hear this is a real issue with Dolly Parton.
Really?
And joint pain, some other issues. They say opt for a platform heel. So if you're obsessed with super high heels, choose a pair that also feature a platform throughout the front of the shoe. The look of the high heel, but raises the ball of the foot as well. A 3-inch heel with a 1-inch platform feels like a 2-inch heel, which is super comfortable. Choosing a more comfort brand. Sometimes the comfort brands are getting a little prettier. They recommend Clark's, Naturalizer, Aerosols. I don't know if that's true, if they're as pretty, but this is what they recommend. Wear them only for a few hours, a maximum. She says, I put a 3-hour limit on wearing my heels, so I only wear them for an event or occasion that won't last longer than that. But if you're going to be walking, dancing, standing, then bring and switch to a stylish pair of flats for those pieces.
Yeah, sure.
You can even get the folding flats that fit into your purse for a discreet way to change into something more comfortable as the night goes on. Of course, then you have to carry around your stilettos. Select dressy flats. I don't think necessarily. If we're looking for a stiletto, a dressy flat will never do.
I understand.
Orthopedic pads, little gel pads to give you a little bit more support under the ball of your feet, and then stretch your feet. If you find that your feet are archy or sore after a day in heels, sit on the couch and place a tennis ball and apply pressure on the ball as you roll it up and down your foot. I don't know what is going to be the best way to train my ankles for these shoes. So if I'm looking for tips, ladies,
I think it's just going to be you got to wear them every day and walk around the house in your jammies.
They're just so pretty.
Okay, so let me tell you. So that was really cute for the girls, guys. Let me tell you why we love women in high heels. I also
what are you going to go all Barry White on it?
I also found a website, and here's why. Wearing high heels literally accentuates the female form by exaggerating its curves. Wearing high heels forces the back to arch more, pushing the bosom out and the buttocks back. Women are standing in a position that's more unstable. And what do? Their core kicks in, it flattens their tummy, and they sway their hips, and they have a longer leg line. I especially love what it does for the calves. I better put my hands down. Of course, increases the height. And I was talking to somebody who's 5'10", and she says, "Oh, I could never wear these shoes; it make me too tall." And I looked at her and said, "Girl, that is your headspace. You got to stop that right there.
No such thing.
If you're tall, rock it.
Right?
If you're
no
short,
such thing.
rock it. And girls, we know it's a sacrifice. We love, love, love when you do it." Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be right back with more positive business talk right after these messages. Eric and Angel on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 KDMT.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Contact them on the web at Experience.
Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, Call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no
All of a sudden, the world is out of control, and that means your money and your investments are out of your control. How are you supposed to protect your family and grow your wealth when politics and economics collide? We're here to help because we're all about money. Money Talk 1690 AM. All day, every day, we're following breaking news and giving you the tools and insights to protect what you've worked so hard for. We're more than just headlines. We're Money Talk 1690 AM.
It's Eric and Angel inviting you to check out experienceprosdeals.com. New offers will be added frequently, so make sure you continue to check back with what offers are available. 50% off all the time at experienceprosdeals.com. Again, experienceprosdeals.com.
This is the online marketplace where everything, yes, everything is listed for half price. Who doesn't love a good deal? We will even feature a pro pick of the week every single week.
The holiday season is a time for gift giving, so let me suggest a caring gift for someone you know, plus a gift for you. I'm Tina Francone, NRA certified instructor and founder of Straightforward Shooting. We've qualified thousands of Coloradans for their concealed carry permits. Now, I'd like you to consider giving one as a gift to someone you care about, a friend, coworker, family member, or someone who's made an impact on your life. At Straightforward Shooting, we guarantee personalized instruction that addresses specific needs. We assess skill and comfort levels so that we can fit your special someone into the perfect class. So give a special gift this holiday season. Give the gift of a Straightforward Shooting concealed carry class. And our gift for you? A free basic handgun book. Really? Just ask for your special gift from us when you choose the class. Visit us at straightforwardshooting.com or call me, Tina Francone, at 720-989-9662. That's straightforwardshooting.com or call 720-989-9662.
Hi, it's Peter Boyles. Is the recession really over or a bigger one on the way? Will our next president lead us to prosperity and peace, or will things fall apart? Our modern world is unpredictable and unstable. If you're ready for what comes next, what if the worst happens? Wise food storage. I'm a big advocate for being ready and being prepared. Will your family have enough food? Are you willing to gamble that nothing bad will happen? Be wise and be ready. 25-year shelf life, food storage, Wise food storage. You'll be ready, not standing in line. Here's the great news. Now extended through December the 4th. Wise Food Storage offering a special 20% off and free shipping on any emergency preparedness kits, ready-made delicious gourmet meals, super long 25-year shelf life. Try it free, no obligation, free sample meal delivered right to your door through December the 4th. Get 20% off and free shipping on all orders by mentioning a promo code PETER. This offer is going to end soon, so make sure. Call for your free sample now. You can use the phone 888-209-6315. 888-209-6315, wisefoodstorage.com.
Hearing aid users are younger and more active than ever before, and the reason may surprise you. Today's hearing aids have become so advanced, they're almost effortless. How effortless? You only change the batteries once a year, not every week. And you never open the battery compartment, even at night. How effortless? You can adjust how loudly and how much background noise you want to hear, right from your phone. And the clarity. Independent studies show that our hearing aids help you to hear better in background noise than people with perfect hearing. Automatically. I'm Dr. Barbara Jenkins from Advanced Audiology. For more information about these and other advancements that improve clarity and ease of use, go to advancedaudiology.com or call 303-649-2122. If you have a hearing loss, you know how important these features can be. That's 303-649-2122. At Advanced Audiology, we take your hearing seriously.
The Experience Pros radio show, home of the original Fan Braggin Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Hey, welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. Maybe you're looking at picking up some Jimmy Choo shoes or just trying to survive the fiscal year. Either way, you probably would benefit from having a financial year-end checklist.
I love a good financial checklist. Who doesn't, right? But before the end of the year, there's probably a few things that we need to get in order with our finances before we close out the calendar year. So make sure you've actually scheduling a meeting with your financial planner or your accountant, because there might be some time-sensitive strategies that'll help you. But if you wait until January 1, if you wait until the new year, you've missed out on.
You very well could have missed out on several opportunities. And one of those is to donate to charity.
Right? It's the December 31st. It is the deadline for any charitable contributions, which means that they have to be postmarked or received at that charitable location.
Absolutely. And, you can make the charitable contribution on January 1st, but that then applies to the next year.
Year. So, and so making sure that if you need those deductions or if you're wanting to use up the maximum amount that you had planned for, make sure that you have set that up. But it has to be in before December 31st.
The next thing you want to make sure your financial year-end checklist includes is, have you maxed out your retirement contributions? You have until you file your tax return next spring to make a contribution to individual retirement account, an IRA, right? But a 401k, those contributions are only deductible when made in the same calendar year.
Yeah, so the 401k has to be done. So max that out, especially if you work with a company that matches. But even if not, it's still a good idea to max it out if you are, if you're close to get to that maximum amount. What about this? If you still have money set aside in your flexible spending account,
use it or lose it.
You use it or lose it. So see if you can order a new pair of glasses, schedule any dental work that you've been putting off. And so this is that time. And I see a lot of dentists are excited kind of about December because this is their Christmas too.
Yeah, that's exactly
People
right.
who have put off any dental work. If you've already met your deductibles, then this is a good time to go and get that extra work done as well.
Because everything resets.
It resets come January 1. Yeah. So schedule those doctors and dentist appointments.
Some companies offer a grace period into the spring or a $500 FSA carryover from one year to the next. But it's not often that's the case.
Most of the time, you lose anything that you didn't use once the calendar rolls over.
All right. One of the things that you need to make sure you do every year, end of year is a great time to do it. Add it to your end of year financial checklist. Is check your beneficiaries on your retirement accounts, your insurance policies. It's it's kind of like changing the batteries in your smoke detector. Make sure that you still like your kids or your spouse.
And as we are getting up there in years, which is really sad. Do you remember the time where we were going to weddings and we were going to baby showers? Now it seems we're going to more funerals than we ever did.
It is a natural part of getting older.
And so as we check out our beneficiaries, because perhaps there might be somebody that is no longer with us that is listed. Divorces may have happened, different changes of season, of life.
Change of season is a great way to put it, but let's just call it what it is. Family fights happen too. And so just make sure that you are intentional with your beneficiaries. You say, well, I don't have to worry about that at all because I don't have a will.
What?
Really? Come on, folks.
We have a great estate planner in our Extreme Customer Service Directory.
Bonnie Bowles.
Yeah,
She's
Wills and
amazing.
Wellness. You're going to love working with her. We also have a group with Legal Shield to help you out with as well. So
that's right.
Don't put it off. This is the time of year. I know we're thinking holidays and presents and family time, but we've really got to button up our financial situation before the close of the year.
Here's some additional steps that you might want to take in certain circumstances. And and they only apply in these certain circumstances. You might want to take your minimum required distributions in the year following the year you reach 70 and a half. And again, we're not financial advisors, so maybe this has changed since the typing of this article.
Right. You just have to know with your IRA and different ages if you've taken your minimum distributions for the year.
That's right.
If you need to defer income or accelerate expenses, a bulk of strategies. We saw there's a tax deduction right now if you were to buy a heavyweight vehicle, a truck or a heavyweight cargo van.
That is correct.
There's a deduction going on. Ask your tax.
One time, $25,000.
Yeah, ask your tax guy about that as well.
How about your 529 college plans? If you are saving in a 529 plan, that grows tax-free when used for eligible educational expenses. Some states have additional tax benefits for residents who contribute to a plan in that state. But make sure that you're on track and where you're going with that 529 plan for your kids.
Right. And one of the things we talked about, not only checking out your beneficiaries, but also checking out your own W-4 withholdings, because if you've gotten married, if you had a divorce or anything changed, you might also need to change your W-4 withholdings as well. I actually found, Eric, this fun little calendar that actually says, to get your finances in shape before the end of the year. Since we're already at the end of November, it's a little late for some of these because they said in September, they said put your spending on a diet because carrying too much debt is as exhausting as carrying extra weight. So reduce your intake. Don't buy your Jimmy Choo shoes, right?
No, but you go to Z Shoe Source and buy shoes.
Yeah, Z Shoe Source. Yeah, Z Source. Absolutely affordable.
Yeah.
So make a list of things that you can do to trim your spending without feeling deprived, and getting control before the holidays set in will help you sail through without feeling financially scathed. In October, they say this is the time to stretch your retirement savings. And so sign up to contribute just a little bit more, maybe $25 or $50 more per paycheck into your retirement plan. And if you're already maximizing your contributions, consider a deferred annuity. They say you won't get a current tax deduction for the money you invest, but you won't have to pay tax on the earnings until you withdraw the funds.
That's good advice.
November, use a financial advisor to make sure you've got your investments and your finances and your tax deductions and everything on track. And in December, they say that's the time to pump up your credit score. Yep. So if you have anything that's delinquent, accounts opened up during last year, balances on revolving credit that are near limits, right? Make sure that you are setting up and monitoring that. You can also meet with your tax guy to estimate your tax situation before the end of the year and make any necessary changes before the calendar rolls over. You can also clean out your closet, donate everything to charity, and prepaying tax deductible expenses such as your property taxes and donations.
And if you've got any designer purses, you might want to check out our friends over at Shishi's Corner or the James Resource Network, because I'm pretty sure they're going to do that designer bag bash again.
I think they're in the spring.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, she actually has an eBay store.
Yeah.
And here's what's fabulous about the James Resource Network and Shishi's Corners. Shishi's is the boutique, the retail boutique side of it. So everything is donated, and then everything that is brought in for funds goes to attainable housing for single parent families,
right,
which is very, you're doing something good. So not only are you getting a beautiful pair of shoes or a gorgeous gown, but the money, all of it is going towards attainable housing for single parents in South Metro.
We met a single parent who has two children, 1 year old and 5 years old. And she's just an amazing woman who, it's not a handout, it's a hand up. And given this affordable housing that she's now able to live in Centennial, her whole life has changed. She's not on the street. She's not in a cardboard box.
Or in an unsafe situation as well, which is where she was before. And so her whole life has turned around. Yeah. Her whole outlook on being a mom and raising two children in a healthier environment.
And speaking of healthier, she has also in the last year dropped 110 pounds.
Right.
Holy cow.
Isn't that amazing?
And to look at her, she's just gorgeous.
Right.
So, yeah.
She's a beautiful woman, beautiful person.
Yeah.
And we do have an epidemic of what they call the working poor. people are working. They're even, more than one job, but they still can't make ends meet. Here in Colorado, the cost of living is very expensive. Rent prices are pretty high. And so to be able to stay in the community where your children go to school, maybe your family is, where you've been, without having to be displaced, is valuable. And that's what James Resource Network is doing, is they're keeping these families together in their community.
I think it's beautiful, and thank you for tuning in and participating, and maybe even giving. It's that time of year as well. You're the only person I ever heard use. I found this exciting little calendar. We'll be back with more positive business talk right after these messages. Angel and Eric, Denver's Money Talk 1690.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
If you have a rental property, you need to listen to this message. Recent changes in the fair housing rules may greatly impact your property and how you rent. It used to be that a landlord could say no felonies on the application, but the rules have changed. To get more information on these recent changes, contact Legacy Properties PM. You've invested time, energy, and money into your property, and without professional management, you may be stuck with stress and aggravation trying to rent. With Legacy Properties PM, you can feel more at ease knowing your property's managed well and you're getting the best return on investment. Legacy Properties PM will handle your tenants by following the most up-to-date fair housing rules, showing the property, having the correct lease agreement signed, handling the hassles of repairs and repairmen, and dealing with late rent, fees, or evictions. Call Legacy Properties PM at 720-989-1996 or visit online at legacyproperties-pm.com. That's legacyproperties-pm.com. The experts in landlord stress removal.
Do you need to remodel that outdated kitchen or bathroom? I'm Ted Spear, co-owner of All About Cabinets and Countertops at 35th and Wadsworth. And I've been telling you how we've saved our customers thousands of dollars on their kitchen and bathroom projects, even over those big box stores. And now I invite you to come check out our showroom and experience our unique mix of top-of-the-line customer service, quality products, and tremendous value. We've extended all our fall specials through the end of the year, which can save you up to $1,500 off your cabinet and countertop purchases. Need a bathroom vanity? We have a huge selection of granite vanity tops and cabinets in stock, all at incredibly low prices. And as always, we upgrade all our cabinets to the latest in anti-slam technology for free. You can visit our showroom or call us today. 303-456-6400. That's 303-456-6400. Also, to view all our current specials, visit our website at allaboutgreatdeals.com. Make a difference without the expense with All About Cabinets and Countertops.
Rodizio Grill is here to help you feast with your family this Thanksgiving. We'll handle everything. All you need to do is determine your guest list. They'll feel right at home with our special Thanksgiving menu of stuffy, gravy grandma sweet potatoes and turkey cooked to Rodizio perfection. Finishing it all off with our traditional pumpkin pie. All the joys of the holiday without the fuzz. Visit rodizio.com for special holiday hours and pricing and make your reservation today. Rodizio Grill, the Brazilian steakhouse.
Hi, it's Peter Boyles. I'm in my 70s now, and I really feel better than ever. I've had bypass surgery, come away from drugs and alcohol. All these things aside, the most amazing thing that's happened to me in these last couple of years is meeting our great family friend, physician MD, Dr. Julie McAllen. She's changed my life, my daughter's life. She's a gifted healer, changing the lives of so many people. When everything is going wrong in my life, she made an enormous difference in me, physically and emotionally. And here she is, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Julie McAllen.
Women, you are often too wrapped up in being thin. But what about being strong and fit? You often don't think about your hormones until you have completely stopped making estrogen and are into menopause. Hormones begin to change typically in your early 30s and gradually decline, causing weight gain, irritability, poor sleep, fatigue, and brain fog. Replacing these hormones as your natural production declines, you can get rid of the crabbiness. You can begin sleeping again, feeling energetic, stop the midsection fat, and you can think clearly. Call Synergenics Denver today to get your health back. 720-387-3681. That's 720-387-3681.
Jeez Louise, here we go with the holidays again. Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. Are you once again thinking of putting off that beautiful new kitchen or bathroom model till after the holidays? Or maybe waiting on replacing some old, rickety, freezing windows and doors? All right, I know things might be busy, but if that's the plan again, we'd like to make you an offer that'll be really tough to refuse. Tell them, Todd.
All right, Dad, here it is. Folks, call us and check it out. Together, we'll get your kitchen, bathroom, or energy-efficient replacement windows planned and ready to go. And then, here's the best part. Book your project now for select install dates after the holidays, and we'll discount the entire project 12%.
Very cool, Todd. Done Right's busy during the season, and the folks have something very special on the calendar for after. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors, and even replacement windows and doors. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Done Right. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or drhi.com.
You're a successful principal business owner. Are you demanding the same standards from your employee health benefit plan? Then look to ADX, a healthcare service utilizing only the best physicians and providers. ADX decreases your company's healthcare costs through medical excellence, reduced time to diagnosis and treatment, and improved outcomes, not by restricting care. ADX, better for your employees and your business. You'll improve the quality of care and reduce healthcare costs. Learn more. Watch a short video at betterhealthcarelowercost.com.
Revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
It is America's home for positive business talk, and we do appreciate you for tuning in. Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show. We are having a good time here. You know, when we say it's positive business talk, it's more than just a slogan. It's more than just a tagline. I'm blessed and impressed by our substitute producer, who Marcus has been sitting in for Bill most of the week this week, and he's just. You know, he's a young man who's breaking into the radio industry, and he's got his own business on the DJ side. And he comes in during the commercial break, and he starts asking Angel and I some tax questions about how do I structure and how can I keep, make sure that I've got my ducks in a row. He says, and he starts off with, it may be premature to ask, but.
Never premature.
No.
Never premature.
No. Well done, Marcus.
Eric hasn't even asked me this question yet.
Yeah, no, I just,
Yeah, at one point.
We all know our strengths and weaknesses.
At one point,
I just say, Angel, you do it.
Eric was talking about something, and I said, well, you need to keep your receipts. He's like, oh, yeah, I haven't been doing that.
Actually have.
Well, now you have.
I found out that if I bring my receipts in, she will write me a check. It's the coolest thing in the world, man. Because then I can live my lifestyle, and the company will pay for it.
Right? He's like, I've been doing all these expenses and putting them on my personal card, and he says it's getting a little expensive.
And
I
just
said,
looks at me like, you don't have to be dumb.
I said, well, if you bring me your receipts, right, I'll reimburse you. He's like, yeah, I don't have any of those things. Okay, you're out of luck.
Yeah, I got another $100 coming back here in a couple of days.
I'm going to have to start checking these receipts a little closer, too. I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm actually the one who, this is why I don't. I've had many cards, many different expense accounts on various corporate accounts and whatnot. And I know, and I've also been the reimburser of expense accounts, and I know that it is easy to misuse. And so I am hypersensitive to a point of fault. It's like the home office credit. I won't claim it, even though I know it's mine. I could, and you say it sends a red flag if you don't. I err on the side of being hyper-conservative.
Here's what's super important to know as business owners, is that the tax deductions in the tax code was written for businesses. And so if you are running a legitimate business, you should be taking advantage of the tax code.
I think our president-elect would agree with you.
Right? And this is what people were like so up in arms over, right? He's not paying the right amount of taxes.
It's because he knows what the code is and playing the rules.
Right? Where small business owners are really naive, I think, to the process, is saying, whoa.
How many words did you go through before you chose naive?
A few. That we think, okay, well, I don't want to take that tax deduction. I shouldn't take that tax deduction because it might be, it might be a red flag for the IRS. If you are running a legitimate business and you have it set up and you have your income and you have your expenses and you have it documented, it is up to you to take those legitimate tax deductions. And if you are not, this is where the IRS goes,
I know.
Is it really as legitimate as he says it is? Right. Are you really running it on the up and up? And so keeping your records, keeping track of it, you can keep all those receipts in a shoebox. That counts. Keeping a mileage log, keeping track in a calendar, keeping a list of your expenses.
All very, very important.
All very valid, not important. It's valid. If you're going to be a business owner, run it like a business. Otherwise, call it what it is, and it's a hobby.
Minda Zetlin, wow, that's a hard rule. Minda Zetlin is the co-author of The Geek Gap and an author on Inc.com. And the headline caught my attention. The really dumb financial mistake 99% of us make every month. So, Marcus, take notes. Here comes another one.
Oh, a mistake?
You know better than to do this.
You know better.
And yet, all right.
This is like Eric's mantra.
Yeah.
You know better.
Actually, this is the mistake I do not make.
Oh, not necessarily Not necessarily this mistake. I was just thinking the mantra. Yeah, I know better, but that's the mantra.
Worth it. Whether you're good or bad at managing your finances, there's one mistake that's very, very easy to make. Cost you tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. What could the mistake be?
I don't know.
Making the minimum payment.
Oh, on your credit card.
On your credit card.
The minimum credit card on your payment, right?
If you pay a little more than the minimum, don't pat yourself on the back. That's a pretty bad move, too. Making a minimum payment, or let's just say $20, is such a bad move that as part of the Credit Card Act of 2009, credit card companies were required to print on each invoice just how much interest the cardholder would pay over time by making minimum payments.
There's even a little window that pops up if you go on your credit card payment online and you're just making the minimum payment. Like a little window pops up that says reminder. Yeah, loser. Right? Because of how expensive it's going to be. And so if you do have automatic payments, I think automatic payments are the answer to the busy girls lifestyle. It's like the best thing since Betty White, right? That it can automatically, for sure, at least make a payment. If you forget to go in and make your credit card payment, or if you're not on a schedule or you're traveling.
So I found this really great calendar.
I love that.
that has numbers on it in the boxes, and those numbers, they never change. And
they're in chronological order.
Right. And so you could actually, schedule your automatic payments. But if your minimum payment is $25, boost it.
Yeah, so it gives you the option when you're setting up automatic payments. Do you want to make the minimum payment due? Do you want to make a certain dollar amount, or do you want to pay the balance in full? And I think that to set up the automatic payment, I think I set it up of just at least make the minimum payment. I can go in physically and make an additional payment, but this way I'm not missing missing making a payment.
I agree with that. Here's another thing that you can do, and that is to go in and pay more than once a month.
Yes.
You will knock out, we're talking about your credit card bills here, but this applies to your mortgage. You go in and you make an extra payment, and before you know it, you've whacked off 12 years off your 30.
I know, it's amazing.
It is.
And if you have a 15-year mortgage, you can knock it down to about 7 years.
7 years. Now think about that, and you will be saving hundreds of thousands of dollars.
So if you get paid twice a month, then this is a great way to manage your money as well.
You bet.
And here's the thing. You have control over your financial situation when you take control. If you don't take control and you just kind of let the money flow in and the money flow out, this is where you get yourself into trouble.
That's exactly right. All right, my friends, there it is. Wow, great financial advice this year, and Jimmy Choo's shoes. We'll be back with more positive business talk for hour number 2, right after the top of the hour news. Stay with us. Denver's Money Talk, 1690 KDMT. This is the Experience Pros.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk. This is the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact the Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or contact them on the web at experiencepros.com or on Facebook and Twitter at Experience Pros. If your customers love you, we want to know you. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KDNT Arvada Denver, serving Denver's financial community.
Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than Experience.
Financial words of wisdom with Market Wrap host Mo Ansari.
Staying out of the market is the most dangerous thing you can do for your financial future.
If you continue to spend like a drunken sailor, you're going to run out of money. That's the reality. This is not poker. This is your financial future.
It's helpful financial food for thought on your drive home with a host who tells it like it is. Market Wrap with Mo Ansari.
Weeknights at 6 on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Time again? Wow. Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Kitchens, Baths, Windows, and Doors. Here's the holiday offer. Call now, look now, and if you book your project for select install dates next year, you'll save a full 12%. 800-362-8370.
Would you seat your 3-year-old child on a windowsill? And would you seat them in a car seat that's not the correct one? Secure their future. Seat them in the correct car seat. More info at safercar.gov/the-right-seat. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know that customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hey, good morning and welcome to the Experience Pros radio show. Fine, how do you do to you? Coast to coast, people are dealing with interesting weather. The weather has changed and now there's blizzards everywhere.
Yes, what a change.
Right?
It was really warm and now it's not.
No, it's not. That's pretty much your weather update here on the Experience Pros radio show. Angel Tussey, Eric Raymer, helping you get your business right. We do so by reminding you that small business is big business, and your business is our business. Lots of business going on in the markets, pre-market stock trading going on. Let's get right to it. The U.S. dollar hasn't been this strong since early 2003. First time in 16 years.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Pretty amazing. 16 years. Did you carry the 5?
13 years.
13 years.
Still.
Sorry.
12 years.
Yeah. Well, whatever. It's boomed since Election Day, and gosh, that's no surprise to anybody here, but, some people are surprised. More pain for Volkswagen. Volkswagen is cutting 30,000 jobs as it continues to try to boost profits in the wake of a huge emissions scandal. Europe's largest automaker says the cuts are needed to reduce costs as it works to overhaul its plants in Germany. Vast majority of the job cuts, 23,000 of them, will come from its home market in Germany. Volkswagen employs more than 610,000 workers worldwide. And in an interesting twist on the news, shares in Volkswagen inched up in Germany on Friday, probably due to the fact that they're trying to cut costs. Wall Street is near record territory. No, it's in a record territory. The major U.S. stock market indexes are trading near record highs. However, it doesn't look like today's going to be the record-setting day, but we will see about that because the prognosticators who write this column actually have been wrong most of the time.
Most of the time.
So, you can go with what I say or you can go with what I mean. Where am I at? Stock futures are looking a little weak today. For those who like to keep score, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is just 30 points away from its highest ever level. Yesterday it was 77 points. I say they're closing in, and that level being the 19,000 mark. The S&P 500 and NASDAQ need less than 10 points to hit new record highs. Looking abroad, European markets are mostly declining in early trading, and Asian markets ended the week with mixed results. More retail earnings coming through. Abercrombie & Fitch, Buckle, and Foot Locker, all those mall stores, they're releasing their earnings before the bell on Friday. Meanwhile, shares in Salesforce.com and Gap should be on the move when trading opens after the companies released earnings on Thursday afternoon. By the way, if you're looking at those two stocks, Salesforce.com, look for them to surge. They're going to do really well. Gap, not so much.
What do you mean not so much?
No, they performed poorly, and so their stocks are expected to head south. That's pretty much what you need to know in the business arena, which, gosh, that just leaves one thing. It's time.
It's time.
For You Choose the News, the game show at the top of the hour that we actually like playing because, frankly, it makes us giggle. Sometimes the words rhyme, like use, choose, and news. And other times, we just scratch our heads and go, what just happened there? Either way, we're in it together, and we apologize in advance. Okay, I got so many stories here for you, so you get to choose which ones you like, and we'll move on to the other ones later. I can't seem to find my wedding ring. That's one.
Look on your nightstand.
That's not where she's looking. Number 2 is please extend your pinky while dipping your biscuit.
Okay. Thank you.
Number 3, what is McDonald's up to? And let's go with number 4. What's next for the company behind Pokemon Go?
Oh, let's talk Pokemon Go. I haven't heard of Pokemon
right?
for a while, right?
Absolutely.
It was all the thing, and then it wasn't.
Oh, well, maybe.
But that's how things go.
Yeah, well, maybe still is. Should be better the way to go. 2016 was its first year of business. We're talking about the company called Niantic Labs, and they are a contender for the Company of the Year awarded by Inc.com. A plaque hangs on the wall at Niantic Labs' San Francisco office that reads Adventures on Foot. And over the last half of 2016, it's exactly what the company brought to millions of gamers all over the globe with the augmented reality game Pokemon Go. He says, the owner says, we wanted to get people outside, active, having fun with other people, not just behind the screen. That is the CEO, Hanky. That's his last name. So in a company like Google, you're further away from your customers. You're not as hungry. There's nothing like the feeling of not knowing whether the company's going to make it or not. Well, on day 1, within 15 minutes of launching Pokemon Go in Australia and New Zealand, the servers were slammed, shut down, and overwhelmed. It was almost lights out for them. But they decided to figure out how to do it. They rode the waves, and get this, that company, which is less than 6 months, well, it's older than 6 months, but since Pokemon Go, 6 months, is on track to book $740 million in revenue this year, making the company worth $3.65 billion.
Billion.
Mm-hmm.
Well done.
So there are other things coming. It's got 3 games actually are out right now in the world of Niantic. But keep your eyes on Niantic, and if I am a betting man, and I could be, you might want to drop a little money on stock. What's McDonald's up to? Or please extend your pinky while dipping your biscuit.
Yeah, why are we extending our pinky? What's with that?
Well, in Berkshire...
Should I be extending my pinky while I wear my new Jimmy Choo shoes that I got at the fundraising event last night?
Yes, folks, you got to come back to experiencepros.com. Check the video archive. On our studio desk today will be the entire day a brand new pair of the most expensive shoes I've ever seen or touched. Jimmy Choo 5-inch stiletto gold. Wow.
Right. I got them at the James Resource Network fundraiser last night to help women get into attainable housing.
Never mind the fact you couldn't walk in them.
I can't walk in them.
They were beautiful.
Yeah, my ankles are never going to be the same.
Your calves
but they are
look
beautiful.
Stunning.
Right there.
Yeah.
So, but I'm curious. Do I need to put my pinky up when I wear them?
Yes, you do. An Englishman set a Guinness World Record a couple days ago by bungee jumping more than 200 feet to dunk a biscuit into a teacup. Simon Barry, 24 years old.
Where do people come up with these ideas?
Plummeted
right?
240 feet, 10 inches.
This.
Yeah, 240 feet, 10 inches.
He probably had it fall one time and it landed. And he's like, ooh, well, that worked. Let's see if I can do it further.
While attempting to dip a chocolate hobnob into a cup of tea to claim the record for highest bungee dunk, yes, ever on the 12th annual Guinness Book of World Records Day. He managed to dip the cookie into the mug adorned with the Union Jack, topping the American Ron Jones bungee dunk of 198 feet, 8 inches. Oh, it's an international bungee dunking contest.
It's a sport.
But only one man knows how to do it properly. Please extend your pinky.
Okay.
There it is. I can't seem to find my wedding ring
Oh, that's right.
What is McDonald's up to?
Let's find her wedding ring.
Okay, well, if we're going to find her wedding ring, we got to go to the dump. In West Babylon, New York, a Long Island woman dug through piles and piles of trash at the local dump to find her wedding rings after she accidentally threw them out. Colleen Dykeman spent hours searching her town's garbage dump when she realized she mistakenly threw her engagement ring and wedding band into the trash. I knew in an instant I threw them out because I knew I'd cleaned the night before. Dykeman followed her local garbage truck to the Babylon town dump where she frantically searched for the $5,000 rings. She was visibly upset. She was ripping through garbage. Ugly, disgusting, nasty stuff. Didn't stop, so none of us stopped. Apparently she got other people to help.
Wow. They have insurance for those kinds of things.
Right? Absolutely. Opening bags, tearing up things and stuff, and then, lo and behold, she found them.
She found it? Well, okay. All right. There's redemption in the story.
Her faith in humanity has been restored. And there it is. What's McDonald's up to?
What is McDonald's
That's what a lot of people are asking. And get this, McDonald's is aiming to become more modern and nimble. By the way, their stock was up 0.2% yesterday. Updating U.S. restaurants with self-service kiosk ordering, mobile payments, smart menu boards, custom sandwiches, and get this, table service.
Are we still talking McDonald's?
McDonald's. The 61-year-old fast food company has been overhauling its food with simpler ingredients and selling breakfast items 24 hours a day, but it's playing catch-up in the technology realm to early adopters like Domino's Pizza, Starbucks, and Panera Bread. About 500 McDonald's in the U.S. Are adopting the new format. Table service. Pardon me.
I don't think it's necessary.
Do you have Grey Poupon?
Yeah, I just don't think we need it.
We'll be back right after this.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Are you currently in the middle of a new home purchase and wondering if you're getting the best deal out there? Have you been working on getting a home loan and still not sure if you're approved? Hi, this is Eric, and your closing date is fast approaching. You still don't know when or even if you're going to close. Check out Movement Mortgage. Let them serve your mortgage needs. They specialize in first-time home buyers, military, and low down payment options, and they're here to serve you. Get your free mortgage consultation and rate match comparison at movement.com. With their upfront approval and streamlined closing process, you'll know if and when you're going to close. Call Samantha Daly and her team at 720-206-0210 or online at movement.com. Join the movement of change and discover a new way to bring you home fast. Movement Mortgage. Movement Mortgage is an equal housing opportunity, NMLS ID 39179, NMLCConsumerAccess.org. Call Samantha Daly and her team at 720-206-0210 or online at movement.com.
Hi, it's Peter Boyles. I'm in my 70s now, and I really feel better than ever. I've had bypass surgery, come away from drugs and alcohol. All these things aside, the most amazing thing that's happened to me in these last couple years is meeting our great family friend, physician MD, Dr. Julie McCallan. She's changed my life, my daughter's life. She's a gifted healer, changing the lives of so many people. When everything is going wrong in my life, she made an enormous difference in me, physically and emotionally. And here she is, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Julie McCallan.
There is often a lot of scare reporting when it comes to men taking hormones and other nutritional supplements. There's no question that as we get older, and Peter, you are living proof of that, all the things that your body produced when you were young are either diminished or totally gone. As I have watched your progress by following the Senegenics program, I have seen you drop 30 pounds of fat, gain muscle and strength, and become vibrant once again. I know the term turning back the clock is an impossible thing to do, but given our new scientific abilities, we certainly can revitalize men past 45. Call Senegenics Denver today to get your health back. 720-387-3681. That's 720-387-3681.
Fairway Independent Mortgage Colorado wants to know, what does owning a home mean to you?
Opening the door to my home for the first time meant a fresh start for me and my children. To me, home ownership means independence. After surviving an abusive marriage and divorce, home ownership empowered us, and we are finally free.
Whether you're a first-time home buyer like Chantel, you're looking to refinance, or are in the market for a bigger home, the team at Fairway Mortgage Colorado is here to help you. Service, speed, and satisfaction is at the forefront of every everything they do, meaning you always have someone in your corner to provide you with the best lending options, keeping you updated and on track to your dream home. Take the first step today at fairwaymortgagecolorado.com. Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS number 2289, is an equal housing lender. This is not an offer to enter into an agreement. Not all customers will qualify. Information, rates, and programs are subject to change without notice. All products are subject to credit and property approval. A pre-qualification is not an approval of credit and does not signify that underwriting requirements have been met. Branch NMLS number 1122559. Regulated by the Colorado Division of Real Estate.
I woke up last night to wind and hail. The wife was screaming. The kids did well.
Look at our roof.
They cried and cried.
The outside of the house is now inside.
The ceiling caved in.
New insulation. Everything's leaking.
Everyone's freaking when my know-it-all neighbor came over and said,
"You know who I like."
"Who? Golden Spike."
Hi, this is Spike McCarthy, and our promise to you is roofing done right to the last nail.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Hey, all you kiddos, welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. And it's the holidays. Hello, Grandma. Sorry, excuse me. Pardon me. Yeah, I'm not feeling so good.
Oh, well, all of a sudden, we've got something really gross going on here in the studio. Well, during the holidays, Eric, did you know that nearly 150 million Americans will travel 50 miles or more to get around for Thanksgiving and just, and for Christmas holidays?
I believe that.
Right? And so for many people who are traveling, this means we might be dealing with motion sickness, children getting car sick.
Same sound effect.
How do you know what to pack in your suitcase to deal with common illnesses? And what do you do if a family member gets sick and care is needed while you are away from home? Well,
Step one, you got to call the Experience Pros Radio Show and listen in.
And listen in to Eric make hacking noises on the air, because that's lovely.
You choose, you lose.
Well, we've got an expert other than Eric to talk about how to deal with this, how to keep you healthy during the holidays. Elizabeth Rowe, she's a nurse practitioner with Minute Clinic. You can find information about them at minuteclinic.com, but she's going to help you plan in advance for a safe and healthy journey during the holidays. Elizabeth Rowe, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Great. Thank you for having me.
It is very nice to have you, and I'm so sorry for doing that in your ear. Let me let me ask you this. What are some tips that we can stay healthy as we travel? Because I used to be one of those people who traveled for the holidays.
People always get sick when they're traveling. What is with that,
Elizabeth? Just leave our kids behind.
Oh, it's being in those big, large crowds with the risk of more germs around you. So absolutely, my recommendation is always be prepared. I think, the holidays tend to be a time when we stray from our normal patterns. We often sleep less. We may be traveling. We're changing time zones. We often eat and drink way too much, and we don't stick to our regular exercise routines. And of course, the holidays themselves can increase our stress levels, which decrease our immune system. So we need to focus on keeping our bodies strong, getting enough rest, staying hydrated, eating fruits as opposed to those sugary snacks, and perhaps going for a walk or a bike ride when we're with our families just to remain active. We can also protect ourselves by frequent hand washing, especially when we're traveling through airports or busy public areas. Always carrying hand sanitizer with you is helpful as well. And of course, getting a flu shot now if you have not already.
Yeah, oh boy, that's a whole thing right there. The flu
whole
shot.
other thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
so my secret, Elizabeth, is always like preempting with that emergency. I don't know if you're familiar with it, and I don't know if it's really effective. But are there different things, like different medicines or different, I don't know, cold care? What should we have in our travel pack, like in our goodie bag, so we can be like amazing Mr. Mom or amazing Magic Mom on the road?
Absolutely. Yes, the products such as Emergency, those are always going to, give you the high levels of C, which boost your immune system. So it does help with those stress levels, your B vitamins as well. So just taking a multivitamin. But yes, I always like to travel with the little care bag, as you said. Always have some meds in my suitcase, and I like to have a multi-symptom cold medicine with me at all times, and then an anti-diarrheal, especially if you're traveling abroad. A change in diet or water can be an issue when we're traveling. I always carry a fever reducer or a pain reliever, such as acetaminophen or ibuprofen. And of course, just having those Band-Aids and an antibacterial ointment is always helpful.
Elizabeth, I heard about your travel kit, and that's most of your friends say you're just a hoot to travel with.
I keep a little goodie bag that's got all those little pieces in it, like some Neosporin and some Band-Aids.
No, it's really important.
Stomach stuff.
Let's talk about those tropics and other places.
Right, that little magic bag, and everyone comments, what else is in there?
Right, it doesn't matter what happens in there. Elizabeth has it. Let's go make her the most popular girl in the room. All right, let me ask you about the traveling to the tropics and other places abroad. What about vaccinations? How do we know if we need vaccinations and or how early we need to get on that before we actually go out of the country?
Oh, yes, that's a great question, because I know a lot of folks take cruises or trips during the winter months or the holidays. So I encourage everyone to have a pre-travel assessment before they go to places such as the Caribbean, South America, Africa, Middle East, Southeast Asia. You can certainly go to your primary care provider for that, or we offer pre-travel counseling at Minute Clinic. And we can go over the country that you are traveling to and review what recommendations are specific to that country. But for the most part, non-industrialized nations, which includes much of the tropics, water and food contamination is always going to be a risk. So typhoid fever and hepatitis A are big issues. So you want to make sure that you get coverage for that prior to your trip. Traveler's diarrhea is also common and can lead to dehydration besides just ruining your trip. So having a prescription in hand for an antibiotic that can treat traveler's diarrhea in case you should need it on your trip.
Oh, hold on for a second. Let me ask about that right there, because you said have a prescription in hand. Is a prescription written in the U.S. going to be honored elsewhere?
Yes, you can fill it prior to traveling.
I see. So fill it here. Okay, I got it. Okay, got it. And sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. And then, of course, always think about the water for the country that you're going to. And a lot of people don't even think about just the water they use when they're brushing their teeth. So making sure that you're using bottled water, including the time when you're brushing your teeth. You want to avoid uncooked fruits, vegetables, seafood, and meats. And then, making sure that you're following good hand hygiene. And then if you're going to the tropics, you have to think about malaria as well, and if you're going to an area where malaria is a threat. So there are prescription oral anti-malarial medications that you should take. You actually start taking those prior to your trip, and then during your trip and after your trip. So want to make sure that you do get that pre-travel assessment so that you and your healthcare provider can review the country that you're traveling to.
It's the season, it's the time of year. As Elizabeth started, lots of reasons that kind of play into that, but we can be proactive.
Absolutely.
We can, just plan ahead and have some remedies in place. And then if all else fails, tell us where we get more information about Minute Clinic, Elizabeth.
Absolutely. You can go to our website at minuteclinic.com. It's a great resource. You can not only check out our clinic locations, hours, and wait times, but you can also hold your place in line ahead of time.
I love it. Elizabeth, since you've come on, I haven't sneezed once. You've made me feel better, and next time we travel, I'd like you to get more of those, the pink ones. The pink pills. That's what I mean. All right. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate you. We'll be back with more positive business talk right after these messages. You're listening to Angel and Eric, and this is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no
A nickel ain't worth a dime anymore. Now there's a brilliant piece of analysis from that well-known economist Yogi Berra. And if you've looked at your 401k lately, you'll know what he's talking about. These days, a nickel still ain't worth a dime. And our new radio station will explain why. Money Talk, 1690 AM, is all about economics and life. From how the turmoil around the world affects your wallet to retirement planning. We'll help you make sense out of it because we're all about money. Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Here's your Money Minute with Market Wrap host Mo Ansari.
As you plan for the holidays, don't forget about your portfolio. An annual portfolio review is important because this is when you check to make sure your investment plan still fits your goals, your retirement plan is still on track, your insurance needs still match the policies you have. But it's especially important at the end of the year to ensure that you're taking full advantage of all the tax strategies available to you that you have to get done before December 31st. So take some time to meet with your financial advisor to be sure you're on the right track and ready to go for the new year. That's your Money Minute. I'm Mo Ansari.
For more tips on successful investing and financial planning, listen to Market Wrap weekdays at 5 p.m. on this station. For a free portfolio review with Mo, dial pound 250 on your cell phone and say, talk to Mo.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor. Funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA SIPC.
If you have a rental property, you need to listen to this message. Recent changes in the fair housing rules may greatly impact your property and how you rent. It used to be that a landlord could say no felonies on the application, but the rules have changed. To get more information on these recent changes, contact Legacy Properties PM. You've invested time, energy, and money into your property, and without professional management, you may be stuck with stress and aggravation trying to rent. With Legacy Properties PM, you can feel more at ease knowing your property's managed well, and you're getting the best return on investment. Legacy Properties PM will handle your tenants by following the most up-to-date fair housing rules, showing the property, having the correct lease agreement signed, handling the hassles of repairs and repairmen, and dealing with late rent, fees, or evictions. Call Legacy Properties PM at 720-989-1996 or visit online at legacyproperties-pm.com. That's legacyproperties-pm.com. The experts in landlord stress removal.
Honey, I'm really worried about our retirement funds.
Oh, me too. We lost so much value in the recession in the stock market. I'm worried we won't have enough to retire.
Jim next door told me that he had set up a new kind of IRA with the Gold Silver Group. He said how simple and safe it was. It's a private storage IRA, and we could have real gold and silver in our hands.
Really? You mean we can actually see it and touch it?
Absolutely. Jim said we could have all the benefits of an IRA to help build our retirement income. Bottom line, we would own a real tangible asset, and we would have the security of knowing we're protected no matter what the economy does. What do you think?
I think we need to find out how to get our own private storage IRA. We need to call the Gold Silver Group right now.
Are you ready to protect your future? Call 800-511-6771 now to find out how easy and safe it is to set up a private storage IRA with Gold Silver Group. Get up to $995 in free silver on all qualified transactions. Ask how. All transactions have no startup fee, are privately delivered and fully insured. Please call us now. 800-511-6771. 800-511-6771.
Hi, it's Peter Boyles. Right now, security for your home or your business is a pretty big deal. I mean, we live in a crazy world. The question is, who do you trust to handle your security? I've been working with guys from ProSec Alarm on my home project. I got to tell you, it's been great. The process is easy, no gimmicks, no rate hikes. Simple, genuine, quality security. Call them before November the 30th to get a free control panel. First 4 months of service free. ProSec Alarm Company. ProSec, PROSEC Alarm.com. ProSec Alarm. The answer, ProSec Alarm. Call them now.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Hey, welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. This is the most positive business talk show in America, and I'm excited about our next guest because she's going to help me figure out what to get you for the Christmas season.
You think I'm a little hard to shop for?
You're impossible.
I am not impossible to shop for.
Except for those Jimmy shoes
as long as it's
shoes
pretty,
that you just put away.
Just make it pretty, right? I think this is a stressful season for many of us because of all the other pieces that fall into it. But finding the right gift for somebody we care about, especially for people who don't need anything, they already seem like they have everything.
Yeah, what's up with those people?
Right? Well, in order to make sure you stay on top of the newest product this season, we brought in gifting guru and lifestyle expert Dana Holmes from Metro Mom Club. She's an expert at finding the perfect present at the perfect price. She's going to help us find something for everyone on our list. Dana Holmes, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Let me see if we can get Dana.
Do we have Dana?
All right, we're going to work on that. Dana, if you are talking to us, we cannot hear you, so we're going to have our producer check things out and let us know. There you are.
There? Hello, are you there?
Yeah, we got you, Dana.
Hi,
Thank
Dana.
you so
Dana,
much.
thanks so much for being here. All right.
I'm so lucky that I get to team up with great companies who help me share my tips.
I'm excited. So how is it that we can find, what do you do when you've got somebody that's just hard to shop for on your list? What are some great things that we should be looking for this season?
Well, to get into that, I really want to talk about helping moms survive the holidays because that's a big subject right now. But definitely, when you're shopping for people who are hard to shop for, one of my biggest tips is to make sure that you focus on what you really know, which is yourself. And that might sound counterintuitive, but really, there are so many different giving styles, and you really know what you like and what you're good at and what you really want to share with other people, and you can find a common interest to riff off of, or you can share with them something you really love, and then you're not going out of your comfort zone, so you're really not going to get something that they hate or that they just don't get, or you think you know what they like and it just ends up being a disaster. So it's always best if you're really struggling to focus on what you know and what you like and share a little bit of you with them.
Well, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Dana, during the holidays, you have, lots of different people coming through your doors. You've got vacations. You got family time. What do you recommend in order to make a document of that or a history of that? Do we take pictures and put them in a scrapbook anymore? Does that happen?
Well, some moms have the time for that, and some families do, but most of them don't. And I'm sure, as you both probably know, the way that we all document everything now is with our phones. And that's why right now I am obsessed with the Motorola Moto Z and the Moto Mods. You've probably seen commercials for these on TV, but it's a beautiful phone. It's the world's thinnest premium smartphone, and the battery will last all day. It has all the premium features you would expect. And it also has a turbo power charger that will give you half of your battery life back in 15 minutes. So if you're like me and I forget to plug in my phone at night after a long day, I know I can still get a full battery before I head out of the house in the morning, which is awesome. But what I really love about the Moto Z is the Moto mods, and that gets back to your question. And the Moto mods make it possible to create, to capture crystal clear images from a distance and in low light with this snap-on Hasselblad True Zoom camera. And Hasselblad, if you don't know, is one of the best kinds of cameras you can buy. And they have partnered with Motorola to make this snap-on Moto mod that provides super high-quality photography without having to have a totally separate camera. It's just a part you can put it right on your phone.
Wow.
And it takes beautiful, beautiful pictures, and it's just $299. So that's actually cheaper than a lot of really expensive point-and-shoot cameras. It takes up less room in your purse, and it works right with your phone. So you can upload your pictures, you can text them, it really opens up your world to stream your life to your friends and family. And that leads me to the next mod. This phone just blows my mind. The next mod that they have is the Moto InstaShare projector, which turns your phone into a projector. It can actually project up to a 70-inch screen on a flat surface. So
from your phone?
That's
from your phone.
awesome.
I know. Isn't that incredible? And you'll be amazed at how often you use this thing, because you can project movies, TV, you can show slideshows or put on, home movies if you have guests over for the holidays, or everybody's fighting over one TV. If you have a lot of family over, you can set that up somewhere else, and it comes with an hour of battery built into the mod that attaches to your phone, so it doesn't zap up your whole battery life if you're using it. So it's really cool. And then there's another one. I could go on forever, but there's one other one that I really want to talk about, which is their JBL Sound Boost mod that snaps onto the phone. And that actually comes with a 10-hour battery life built into it. So you can start a party anywhere. And the sound out of this thing is, JBL is a really well-respected and a high-quality sound manufacturer.
All right, let me ask a question. Let me insert here, because you've crossed over. We've got a big, really cool Hasselblad lens. We've got the projector, and now you've got the speaker. Can we put the projector and the speaker on at the same time so that we don't have to listen to our movies in our earbuds?
That's a good question. And no, you cannot attach them at the same time, but you can, plug in other speakers to the phone and use them that way.
Okay,
when you're using the projector.
All right.
There's some really fun stuff coming out, and just to kind of keep things fun and to celebrate the holidays. Dana, I am loving. I've got all these these pictures on my phone. I've discovered, when we do family vacations and family trips, I was taking more pictures on my phone than I was, on a camera. I wasn't even carrying a camera anymore. Yep. And so I love the apps that you can actually download some of those, some of your pictures, and you actually get like a little album sent to you. And I don't, because I'm not a big scrapbooker. Are you a big scrapbooker?
I tried.
Yeah, we all tried it.
In the past tense.
We all tried it and decided nobody's got time for that. And so, using the apps to actually turn them into these little albums, so I can see the pictures and get pictures. I am worried that someday my kids are going to my kids are older now. They're going to look back, and maybe they're not. Maybe this is just my mom guilt. They're going to look back and say, "Mom, you stopped having any pictures of us in the house," like after 2012, because they were all now on my phone. Do you have a favorite way for getting pictures off of your phone and into your house,
into your world?
I'm a traditionalist in that way. I love using Shutterfly. I think that they have a really great, great templates, and they have really great designs. They have all different sizes, numbers of pages, and you can, ship them right out to other people, which is cool. So you can make gifts for people.
I even have a coupon, for a free little album that's been sitting in my purse for about a month. I should pull that out.
Gotta use it.
You should do it. You should do it. And they have other cool stuff that you can use also. Like you can make pillows with different pictures on there, or mugs, or mouse pads. I mean, they have a full selection of other ways you can use those pictures in your daily life and give them to other people to, sometimes they don't have space to put photo up, and sometimes those books get buried on a shelf, but there are tons of ways that you can get those pictures out and published in your life so you see them on a daily basis. It's true. People have to go to their phones to look at their memories.
Right. I know I used to do albums years ago and always print off pictures and all of that, and now they're just there. All right, so tell us about metromomclub.com. How do we follow you and get involved with that?
Sure. Well, you can learn more about the Moto Z and all of my other recommendations for the holidays there, but I want to drop in one quick tip for you guys because this is going to change everything for everyone's holiday shopping and shopping all year round. We're speaking about apps, and I don't know if you're familiar with the Shopkick app, but it's free for iOS and Android, and it actually it rewards you for doing what you do already, which is when you can go on their app and look for product recommendations, trends, watch videos, and you earn kicks, which are their rewards points. And you get more rewards points, more kicks just for going into stores, which you're going to do, and you get more points for scanning products off of the shelves. You get access to coupons, and you trade those in for gift cards, which could in turn be free stocking stuffers or other things that you get. You can get an iTunes card, you can get Target. They have all different gift cards that you can trade it in for, which are for stores you're going to use anyway. So it's a really, really helpful thing.
Dana, I love it. We're up against a satellite now, so that's shopkick.com. And if you want more information about Dana, go check out metromomclub.com. This segment brought to you by Fruit of the Loom, Breathable Underwear, Motorola, and Shopkick. And Dana, you're a rock star. Thank you. We'll be back with more positive business talk right after these messages. You're listening to Angel and Eric, and this is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
This is a special notice to all U.S. taxpayers. If you owe the IRS or state back taxes and cannot afford to pay them back, there's good news. Due to the financial hardship many are facing in today's economy, the IRS has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative. Qualifying for this program will resolve your tax problem, end all collections, and possibly reduce your back taxes by up to 90%. If you are facing wage garnishment, liens, bank levies, audits, or payroll taxes, it's not too late. Your circumstances may qualify you for this special program, protecting your savings and your assets. If you owe the IRS or state back taxes and cannot afford to pay them back, there's no need to worry anymore. Call the hotline at Victory Tax Solutions to see if you qualify and potentially save thousands. For this free information, call 800-352-4757. 800-352-4757. That's 800-352-4757.
Hi, it's Peter Boyles. I'm in my 70s now, and I really feel better than ever. I've had bypass surgery, come away from drugs and alcohol. All these things aside, the most amazing thing that's happened to me in these last couple of years is meeting our great family friend, physician MD, Dr. Julie McCallan. She's changed my life, my daughter's life. She's a gifted healer, changing the lives of so many people. When everything is going wrong in my life, she made an enormous difference in me, physically and emotionally. And here she is, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Julie McCallan.
Thank you, Peter. Are you struggling with low energy and a widening waistline? Are you having trouble sleeping? When you sleep, are you still tired the next morning? If you exercise, has it stopped making you stronger and leaner? Have you lost your sex drive, motivation, and your zest for life? Get into Cenogenics Denver and let us measure your metabolism, hormones, and physical fitness, and we'll get things working right again.
I'm so sure you'll become a fan and a friend of Dr. McCallan's if you do this one simple thing. Call her, 720-387-3681. My word on it. She'll change your life. 720-387-3681.
Hi, this is Hugh Hewitt for Granite Transformation. If it's time to redo your kitchen or your bath, this is a product you really have to see to believe. Beautiful granite, mosaic, or recycled glass countertops measured and cut to fit right over your existing countertops, so there's no messy tear out of your old counters. These are heat and stain resistant. They never need sealing, but most importantly, they are affordable and can be installed in most cases just one day. So give Todd Dutton and the staff at Granite Transformations a chance to earn your business. Call them today at 303-420-8920. That's 303-420-8920. I'm sure you'll be as impressed as I was. I've met Todd, so make sure you tell them that I told you to call and receive a free stainless steel sink and save an additional 10% just by stopping by their showroom. Let Todd and the folks at Granite Transformations save you time, money, and headaches. Call today at 303-420-8920. 303-420-8920. That's 303-420-8920. One of the great things I took away from my time in Colorado is a friendship with Todd. Make him your friend as well. Call 303-420-8920.
This is Dan Kaplis. A wise person once told me, if you don't have a seat at the table, you are going to end up on the menu. I think that applies directly to personal injury and wrongful death cases. If you're not represented by a highly accomplished law firm, the insurance company is probably going to eat you for lunch and you'll never even know it. So if you want to make sure that you and your claim are treated with the respect you deserve, give me a call. We are a serious firm for serious cases. And for 30 years, we have proven our ability to go up against the best the other side has to offer and to win. Our personal injury clients include everyone from the poorest of the poor to CEOs, teachers, farmers, police officers, doctors, lawyers, and professional athletes. We are able to make the vast resources of our firm available to good people from all walks of life by taking righteous cases on a percentage fee basis. You can reach me at 303-770-5551. That's 303-770-5551. Or dankapleslaw.com. That's dankapleslaw.com.
People who can afford a LASIK procedure sure are lucky. Imagine being able to throw away your contacts and glasses. Imagine waking up tomorrow with 20/20 vision. Too bad everyone can't afford LASIK. Well, guess what? There's a company that agrees with you. TLC Laser Eye Centers is now offering great prices on high-quality LASIK to make it affordable for everyone. That means you get the latest FDA-approved all-laser LASIK technology for less than what others charge. And if you call right now, we'll schedule a free appointment so you can discover if LASIK is right for you. Results may vary. Call 1-800-700-3082. Even better, if you're one of the first 100 callers, ask about an extra $400 off your all-laser LASIK procedure. That's $200 off per eye. We've already performed over 2 million procedures. Let us help you. Discover how you can get the quality LASIK experience you deserve for less than what others charge. For your free appointment, call 1-800-700-3082. 1-800-700-3082.
Revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
Thank God it's... Oh, yes, it is. It is Friday. Thank you so much for tuning into the Experience Pros Radio Show. My goodness, we're having nothing but fun here. It is the most positive business talk show in America. And I got to just tip my hand. You know, we're here in a studio with 5 other studios, four other radio studios. And the guys over at Radio Luz, who's our Hispanic station, brought in breakfast burritos. Oh, my gosh.
Eric's in his happy place.
Oh, I'm dancing.
He's totally in his happy place. Yes, the way to Eric's heart is through his tummy.
Muchas
that is
gracias,
for sure.
Jorge.
And we love being a part of the morning crew here in Denver, and it is so much fun. We all came in early this morning in Denver. Of course, we woke up to 2 days ago, sunny,
80
warm,
degrees.
80 degrees, flip-flop weather,
Right.
top down on the convertible. I mean, it was just gorgeous. And less than 24 hours later, a 45-degree temperature drop, snow and ice and miserable drive home last night. And, of course, our CDOT, who takes care of all of our roads, rocking it, taking care of the roads. And so this morning, it was still kind of icy, but we're all here, and everybody's got just a good smile on their face, a great attitude. We are super excited, though, that it is Friday. We made it through. But a lot of times for some people, that means now you've probably been asked to do some things that maybe you didn't really want to do. Will you help me move? Do you want to come over for dinner? Can we all get together and clean out my my draining, or what is it, blow out my sprinkler system?
Yes, I have a pickup truck, but no, I will not help you.
Right, help me take in all my patio furniture for the winter, right? For a lot of people, it's difficult to say no. We take on things outside of our job description at work. We say yes to favors that our friends and family ask, and sometimes even not even close friends, just somebody on Facebook or LinkedIn that asks us to participate in something. And even though it's nice to help, and I think we should say yes when we can.
Sure.
A lot of times we end up overburdened with things that we are not truly passionate about.
Right.
And so found a fun little article from Andy Malinsky. He says, saying no is hard, but even harder is living the life that you don't want to lead because you couldn't say no.
Oh,
you didn't have the guts,
hit the hit.
Right? You didn't have the guts to say no. And so now you're just burdened and you're living this life that you didn't want to lead just because you just didn't say no. So he says, a few years ago, I made it a New Year's resolution to say no, and it's been an incredibly liberating experience. And so I may or may not have a slight issue and slight problem with this. I always want to say yes.
Sure.
It's how I ended up with a pair of Jimmy Choo shoes from the fundraiser we went to last night.
I'll tell you what, though.
For the James Resource Network.
Jimmy Choo shoes.
They're helping, and they had a mom there with her baby and her 5-year-old.
Don't you have a second guess about this?
Right. And so you have to say yes to a pair of shoes that my ankles will never forgive me for.
Maybe not, but you look great. Sometimes shoes are just made for photographs. I'm telling you.
Maybe that's it. That's all they'll be. So here's some tips that he recommends for putting a little more no, or just getting out of stuff that you don't want to do.
Okay.
And I know we can't ever just say to somebody, I don't want to do it.
Right.
They know that people don't accept no, and I think there is part of the challenge.
So he's going to help us say no?
Yes.
All right. Oh, you said yes. Go ahead. All right. Teach me.
He says recognize the legitimacy of saying no.
Okay.
He says it's okay to say no.
Yeah.
I'll say that again.
No is a complete
sentence. No is a complete sentence. Right? I did write about that years ago, and it was
the last blog you wrote, because then I've been asking you to write, and you know what you've been doing?
No.
No.
Here's how I think. I think that we have to not only be able to say no, but we need to learn how to receive no. When somebody says no to us, allow them to respect their life, their boundaries, their dreams and goals, and not push our agenda on them.
Amen. Oh boy, no is a complete sentence, and it's complete on both sides of the sentence, and we do need to learn how to receive it and stop asking why.
Right, and then somebody says, "Well, why not?" And are you sure? And maybe you could. Well, you could switch it this way, and maybe you could do. And you're like,
you know what? I don't have to do business with you.
Fine, I'll do it. Right, because it's just it's quicker.
Me.
It's quicker to say yes a lot of times, at least in the instance. And so he says, instead of thinking about no is a bad thing, think about it as you're saying yes to a different family commitment. So you're saying yes to your life. You're saying yes to the things that are important to you, the things you really do care about. And so if you say yes to the right things, the things that you really care about that are important to you both personally and professionally, then it feels more comfortable to say no when the time comes. See, doesn't that feel better already?
Absolutely.
Right? I'm not saying no to you. I'm saying yes
to something else.
Yeah. So, because every time you say yes to one thing, you're really saying no to all the other things.
No, I appreciate that. But then do you feel like you have to make an excuse for your nice... Yeah, well, at least you're honest.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like I have to make an excuse, even though I shouldn't have to. You see, we have been painted into the corner of no is socially unacceptable, and you have to back it up with some kind of excuse. So you can say,
this is why I think we have to learn to train people around us to receive the no, that they can say no also.
Right. And I start, when I have a sales meeting or an opportunity to discuss my business with somebody else, I always tell them, listen, at any point during this entire conversation, no is a perfectly acceptable answer on both sides of the equation.
On both sides.
Because if you don't want to go on with us,
let's
that's
stop
okay.
wasting time.
Please.
Right? And I think a lot of times people don't want to say no to you, especially in a sales situation.
Because they feel like you're going to hurt your feelings.
Well, I'm going to think about it. I'm going to check around. I'm going to talk to somebody.
Let's get this out right on the front.
Right?
Angel,
do you want to? Yes or no?
Before I get to that, let me tell you that no is okay.
Right? Check the box.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with somebody not too long ago who we started the conversation and it took me 45 minutes to get a definitive answer out of her. And I felt like my time had been completely wasted.
You will never get it back.
Because she just couldn't say no. Right? So I think in order to us to say no, we have to allow for other people to say no to us, and I think it's a two-way conversation.
It is. And you don't have to come up with any kind of an excuse or anything like that.
Or something false on your calendar that says, I'm sorry, I'm speaking for the Fictional Author Society that day.
Right, yeah, the Fictional Author Society. Well, I didn't know there was one. There's not, but that's why it's the Fictional Author Society. All right, great conversation. We appreciate you for tuning in to this, the most positive business talk show in America, where we say yes more than we say no. And we especially say yes to you and your business. We've got another hour just ahead, but we've got top of the hour news, and then when we come back, we'll get you the pre-market opening and the news you choose. That's all ahead on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com. This is the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact the Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or contact them on the web at experiencepros.com or on Facebook and Twitter at Experience Pros. If your customers love you, we want to know you. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KDNT Arvada Denver, serving Denver's financial community.
Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than Experience.
financial market analysis from Market Wrap host Mo Ansari.
Diversification is the key. You have to have diversification in these markets. And if you have all your eggs in one basket, when things go bad, you're going to get hurt.
It's financial food for thought on your drive home. Market Wrap with Mo Ansari.
Weeknights at 6 on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Stock markets go up and go down. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, Saturday morning at 10 on Denver's Money Talk. Are you worried about the markets? How will you protect your assets? With recent stock market volatility, where should your money be now? Call me today and schedule a complimentary stress test of your portfolio. Call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or go to yourmoneyyourretirement.com. That's yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know that customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Good morning and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. We do appreciate you for tuning in. Nothing but positive business talk right over here and all kinds of that. In fact, we have an overabundance of positive business talk on the program today.
An overabundance?
Yeah,
it's Friday.
Spilled over from hour 1 to hour 2, and now we're into hour 3. And I think we run the risk of having more positive business talk spill into the weekend.
That's the goal.
Right.
That's the goal. Get it all in extra so your cup overfloweth, and you take that into the weekend. And then, of course, we'll be back here first thing Monday morning.
There you go. Angel Tussey, Eric Raymer, helping you get your business right. A couple things you need to know before the market opens here in just about 23 minutes. The U.S. dollar is flexing its muscle.
Is that what you just did?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure. You know, he's like grunting. Just making sure. Flexing muscles.
It's grunting, but not straining.
Okay.
Jeez. Dollar flexes its American muscle. The U.S. dollar hasn't been this strong since early 2003. And I did carry the math and do all that right. That's a long time ago.
Oh, is that the number you're sticking with?
That's right.
Okay.
The ICE dollar index, which tracks the dollar's value versus other major global currencies, hit 101.37 Friday, up about 10% from early May. It is booming since Election Day. Imagine. More than trouble for Volkswagen. Volkswagen is again cutting 30,000 jobs as it tries to boost profits in the wake of its huge emissions scandal. Europe's largest automaker says the cuts are needed in order to reduce costs as it works to overhaul its plants in Germany. Vast majority of the job cuts, about 23,000 of the 30,000, will come from its home market. Volkswagen employs more than 610,000 workers, or roughly 580,000 soon. Wall Street is in record territory. Surprise! Back to the program. The major U.S. stock market indexes are trading near record highs. However, it doesn't look like today's going to be, big time record breaking. Maybe we should just open our eyes and see what happens. For those who like to keep score, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is just about 30 points away from its highest ever level. And the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ need less than 10 points each to hit new record highs. I get all choked up when we're doing so well. Okay. Looking abroad, European markets are mostly declining in early trading. Asian markets ended the week with mixed results. Retail earnings coming through today. Abercrombie and Fitch, Buckle, Foot Locker, the mall stores. They're releasing their earnings before the bell. And then shares in Salesforce.com and Gap are both on the move. One is positive, one is negative. Salesforce looks set to surge, while Gap shares are heading south in pre-market trading. That's the news you need to know.
Thank you so much for that.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Brace yourselves.
Brace yourselves. It just got interesting.
That's right. You know the sound effect that we use in order to normally introduce You Choose the News, but we interrupt this You Choose the News for our special Holiday Purchasing Council.
Oh.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Holiday Purchasing Council.
You've got some counsel?
We're
bringing in a counselor? We need counseling.
I'm going to help you.
You're going to help me? There's no help for me.
I'm going to help you.
I do have a problem.
We've got gifts for men and gifts for women, and we've got them from Uncommon Goods. And so here are some cool and interesting, which would we like? Women's gifts, men's gifts?
We can start with men's gifts.
Men's gifts. How about the Working Man's Hygiene Kit?
The Working Man's Hygiene Kit? Here, you stink. Here's some deodorant.
Yeah. This thing is on sale for $50 over at uncommongoods.com. And there is natural soap for men. There is after shower dry oil. There is lip balm. Foot goo.
You're pausing and like for effect, maybe?
Hand lotion.
Foot goo. Hand lotion, lip balm. These are not things boys would use.
And then there's bottles of something called...
So I'm buying you a gift.
Yeah.
But it smells like lavender and vanilla, so really it's for me.
I don't know that it smells like lavender and
get
vanilla.
to give you a gift. Here, I wrap it up and...
it's not foot goo, it's foot salve.
It's it's got body lotions and lip balms and bath salts. And so really it's a gift for me.
There's even something called knuckle wax. But there's something that really is disturbing to me, and I really don't know. It's a big bottle in fact, it's the biggest bottle in the kit. And it says it's called Natural Walnut Scrub. I don't know what that is.
You don't know what natural walnut scrub is?
No. I mean, do you have to, why would you scrub your walnuts? It doesn't make any sense to me at all.
You should scrub. It's a body scrub, a skin scrub. Like a body soap. It's like a body wash.
What?
But it has...
But you scrub the body of the walnut?
No. Inside the body wash, it has crushed up walnut shells.
Do you scrub things that look like walnuts?
No.
I don't know what...
the walnuts are in the scrub.
Oh, the walnuts are in the scrub.
You've never, bought something? You've never bought something like peach? And you thought, should I put this on a peach?
Yogurt.
Or vanilla? Should I put this on a vanilla?
Yogurt.
Chocolate? Should I put this? Coffee? Right?
It's called walnut scrub.
Right.
What do you do with a walnut scrub? You scrub the walnuts. Let's move on. Let's go to the women's stuff.
All right, what you got?
There's something called wine pearls. Does that sound like something you might be interested in?
Are they for your bath?
Your bath?
Or do you put them in your wine glass?
This is where I flip the course and sit there and say, well, what makes you think anything about wine pearls that has anything to do with your bath?
Because they make these things called bath pearls.
They do?
Yeah, and you pour them into your bath, and they dissolve, and they have all sorts of yummies
Folks,
in there.
you can actually exercise an intervention right now and call 855-FAN-BRAG, 855-326-2724.
What is your problem with body products?
Well, I don't have...
What is your problem with body products?
We're talking about wine.
There's a whole aisle, Eric. You might enjoy it.
I don't think so.
Actually, with all sorts of...
If it's pink, I'm going to hold my breath.
Soaps and lotions and
Pearls of wisdom. Okay, this is what you're doing? Rather than drag out the ice bucket whenever you like to enjoy a little vino, Stephen Chavez and Justin English's innovative chillers, Pearls of Wisdom Wine Pearls, allow you to enjoy wines by the glass at their ideal sipping temperatures.
So you freeze them.
This set of four sleek stainless steel orbs.
Yeah, you freeze them. They're like ice cubes that they don't dilute your wine. Yeah, no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't swallow them. They stay at the bottom of your glass. They keep the temperature. Stay at the bottom of your glass. They keep the temperature nice.
Don't you drink your glass like this and then it goes up like that and then watch out for the walnuts.
Maybe etiquette school. No, etiquette school might be something. Maybe we should. What do they call that when you used to take your kids to cotillion? Was that what it was called?
I went to cotillion.
You did?
I did. I learned how to dance. I do the box trot.
Did you do all the classes?
Foxtrot.
Did you do all the classes? Or you just went one? You just watched from the outside. In fact, you were just in the building.
No.
Taking another class, like wood shop, while cotillion was going on over there.
Almost all the classes, but Sister Mary slapped my hand. I didn't get along very well with her, so we stopped with that.
All right. I think you're done. I think, maybe gift cards. Maybe you should just stick to gift cards.
Going back over to the men's side of stuff that you can buy over at Uncommon Goods. And folks, this is not a product placement for them or any of the products. I'm just saying I found some cool stuff. And if you're in the holiday season, much as we are these days, you might want to get, for a man, the Shakespearean Insults card.
Shakespearean, so I'm insulting you, but it sounds like I'm complimenting you, or you're confused?
Yeah. We all know someone who deserves to be dubbed a penurious and indubate beggar.
What?
Shakespearean.
You already talk like this. I'm never going to understand a word you're saying.
From time to time, you may be tempted to say, he has not so much brain as earwax. Well, this rollicking infographic is chock full of such colorful insults from Shakespeare, the playwright, who practically invented the art of the poetic put-down. Yes, you can get your Shakespearean insults chart for only $25.
Okay. All right. Yeah, maybe something nice for women. Anything?
Yeah.
Anything at all?
No, of course. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let me find something really nice for you here. Let's go with this one. This is the Crimson Heart Umbrella. The perfect companion for puddle jumping and downpour dancing. Stand out in the crowd with a black trench coat.
This is what happens when Eric doesn't read it before he pulls it up.
No, it doesn't say anything. I had a picture. Stand out in the crowd of black trench coats and a little love to a rain shower with this delightful umbrella featuring a bright red canopy and a charming heart silhouette. This ergonomic design offers a strong yet lightweight 16-spoke fiberglass frame.
An ergonomic umbrella.
Windproof. It's in the shape of a heart.
Aww.
I'm sorry, we got to go, folks. Check out uncommongoods.com. It's a fun place for odd things. We'll be back right after this.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
We live in an unpredictable world. On any given day, you could find yourself in a state of emergency. Are you prepared? In a crisis, your number one need will be food, but not just any food. Survival food is more important today than ever before, says Frank Bates from 4 Patriots, a leader in self-reliant products. Natural disasters, terrorist attacks, and other threats can make obtaining sufficient food impossible in an emergency. Don't take chances. You need to have a supply of non-perishable survival food good for 25 years on hand in case of emergency. And now you can, because right now 72-hour survival food kits are being given away free to listeners, but only while supplies last. This 72-hour survival kit has 16 servings of delicious food rated for 25 years of storage. It sells to the general public for $27 plus shipping, but it's yours free if you act now. Just cover the $9.95 shipping. To get your free supply, go to freefood4.com right now. That's freefood4.com. Freefood4.com.
NMLS 378844, regulated by the Division of Real Estate. For the third year in a row, Denver home values continue to set new highs. Ask yourself, why am I still paying mortgage insurance? Today, your FHA mortgage is likely causing you to throw away $100, $200 or more in mortgage insurance every month. We have programs that can allow you to drop your mortgage insurance with as little as 3% equity, letting you keep your hard-earned money. I'm Brian Murphy, owner of Front Range Mortgage, a local, Colorado-only mortgage team that has helped hundreds of Coloradans to eliminate their mortgage insurance, save thousands, lowering their payments, and pay off high-interest credit cards. Call me and my local BBB-approved team for a painless 5-minute conversation to see how much we can save you. Our number, 303-500-1900. That's 303-500-1900, or visit frontrangemortgage.com. Endorsed by Denver champ Ed McCaffrey. Limited time McCaffrey Get in the Game offer. Get a Visa gift card with every closed loan. Buy a pair of tickets to the game or a new number 87 jersey.
Imagine what you do with an extra $1,000 or $2,000 in your account every single month. Attend a free class to learn what the Wall Street boys hope you'll never find out. If you call now, the Online Trading Academy will comp the class and even send you home with a free $247 home study course. And then you could start making your dreams a reality. Call 866-816-1918. 866-816-1918. Call 866-816-1918. That's 866-816-1918.
If you have a rental property, you need to listen to this message. Recent changes in the fair housing rules may greatly impact your property and how you rent. It used to be that a landlord could say no felonies on the application, but the rules have changed. To get more information on these recent changes, contact Legacy Properties PM. You've invested time, energy, and money into your property, and without professional management, you may be stuck with stress and aggravation trying to rent. With Legacy Properties PM, you can feel more at ease knowing your property's managed well, and you're getting the best return on investment. Legacy Properties PM will handle your tenants by following the most up-to-date fair housing rules, showing the property, having the correct lease agreement signed, handling the hassles of repairs and repairmen, and dealing with late rent, fees, or evictions. Call Legacy Properties PM at 720-989-1996 or visit online at legacyproperties-pm.com. That's legacyproperties-pm.com. The experts in landlord stress removal.
Rodizio Grill is here to help you feast with your family this Thanksgiving. We'll handle everything. All you need to do is determine your guest list. They'll feel right at home with our special Thanksgiving menu of stuffy, gravy grandma's sweet potatoes and turkey cooked to Rodizio perfection. Finishing it all off with our traditional pumpkin pie. All the joys of the holiday without the fuzz. Visit rodizio.com for special holiday hours and pricing and make your reservation today. Rodizio Grill, the Brazilian steakhouse.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. We do want to interact with you live on the radio show, so give us a call at 855-FAN-BRAG, 855-326-2724. Tell us who you love doing business with. You know, one of our best friends is going to be our guest here for the next couple of segments, and I love him so much. The topic that he has chosen today goes hand in hand with our introduction. At the top of the hour, we always say that welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Ely Delaney is going to rock this one.
Well, when we talk about small business, a lot of times people think that we are too small to matter, too small to actually compete in the big world. So to help you think bigger,
come on,
and to get out of your own way, Ely Delaney, he's a regular guest here on the Experience Pros Radio Show. He is your automated marketing architect. He's going to help you automate your systems. You can find more about him at yourmarketinguniversity.com, yourmarketinguniversity.com, and make sure you stick around with us because he's got a link for something special for all of our listeners today. Ely Delaney, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Angel. It's always a pleasure hanging out with you guys.
What's up, Dr. E?
I'm enjoying that I don't have snow like you guys do.
Did you see what temperature we had 2 days ago? It was in the 80s.
Yeah.
80s.
Eli, I'm enjoying the fact that our sun is up.
Well, you know, when I visited you guys, because for the listeners that don't realize, I'm actually in Portland right now. But when I came to visit you guys, I showed up and it stormed like crazy the entire time I was there, up until the day that I hung out with you guys and was getting on the plane to go home. It melted all away that single day. So I know what you're talking about, the weird weather shift thing. But yeah, so other than that, it's going wonderful. How are you guys doing?
Eli, we're doing fantastic. The show is growing, and we even found that we had one more listener yesterday than we did before. So it is awesome. Let me ask you something. You talk about small business, and we love small business, and people say small to medium sized business. Nobody really knows what that means because the terms are so ambiguous. But in your conversation with us today, and let's just set the stage, you want to get the message out that people who have small businesses, and call it 10 employees or less, still need to think like big business.
Definitely. And that's really the big thing is there's nothing wrong with keeping a small business that's tight. You know, you don't have to have a big office with 100 employees to do really well and run a very, very successful business. I know a lot of people that are solopreneurs. As a matter of fact, I've got a client right now who has over 80,000 people on his list. I can't tell you how much he makes, but I can tell you it's a lot of money. And right now he has my partner, Cindy, who's working with him. She does a lot of his Infusionsoft stuff. He and I do a little bit of things, a little bit together as far as the coaching side. And he has one other person that helps him out, a virtual assistant. And the rest of the time, he is actually traveling around the world right now.
Wow.
That's his entire business.
Wow.
And the reason for that, though, is because he's systematized what he's doing. He's thinking like a bigger business and putting things into that documented process in order to streamline it as much as possible and make it so he doesn't have to be there all the time, and he doesn't have a bunch of extra fluff going on that's costing him a lot of money that he really doesn't need.
You know, Eli, this is the exact opposite of what I see everybody else around me doing. They are running around with their hair on fire. They've got way too much on their to-do list. They're not actually, their business isn't growing, and yet they're overwhelmed. They're stressed. They don't know where to, what they should be doing next.
And they can't do any more.
And they can't do any more. They can't add any more. And yet they're not at a place that their business is sustainable, that it's growing, that it's even profitable. This is like nirvana, and I just don't know if you wouldn't have told me it's somebody you know, I just don't know if I would think that it could actually be done.
Yeah, I can vouch for him myself because he is a client of mine. I know what his numbers look like, and it's pretty cool. And he's just one. He's one because he's doing I keep seeing all of his pictures of where he's traveling on Facebook right now, so that's one of the reasons why I even bring him up specifically.
Sure, right? Because he's living the lifestyle, the reason we all got into business, but yet we don't act like it. We don't do the things that we should be doing. We're running around still behaving like, I'm the one guy and I got to do everything.
Mm-hmm. And there's a phrase I want everybody to write down. If you're in a position to be able to write this down, if not, just try to remember it and write it down when you stop driving or whatever, is do more of less.
Do more of less?
Do more. Yes. And what I mean by that is that we tend to get really, really scattered. We tend to be like we have that squirrel mentality where we're running left and right and don't know what's going on. And we add so many things to our plates. And what ends up happening is, this isn't actually an exercise that I go through with clients of mine to help them streamline, is you end up taking on too much stuff and you can't get any real momentum. And I want you to stop and think about this. If you had, let's say you had 10 projects you wanted to do that would all help you grow your business, and you try to do all 10 of them at once, the problem is you still have a finite amount of time in the day, and you can only spend 10% of your time on each of those things if you're going to spend all of those things.
Sure.
You do all those things.
Right.
So therefore, it's going to take you 10 times longer to get any results.
Oh.
Meanwhile,
right,
if you do one thing at a time, you get one done in 1/10 of the time.
Exactly. And here's the thing about it is once you get it up and running, and let's say as an example, you find that Facebook advertising tends to be a thing that drives more people to you. If you can systematize that and figure out a way to put it on autopilot, you spend all of your time learning everything you can about that one thing, and then actually get it working for you. And then you stop and you say, okay, I'm not going to do anything else until I've got it really defined. And you write down every little thing. And this is a very, very important thing I want everybody to start doing. Get yourself a journal and start documenting your day. What are the things that you work on every single day? That could be the time that you talk on the phone to prospects, the time that you spend actually doing customer service for customers, the time you spend networking, the time you actually spend actually doing your service, like say, for instance, you're a web designer and actually creating websites for clients or whatever that is. Document start to finish from the time you get up to the time you go to bed. Write down everything you do and figure out, okay, these are the steps. And one of the things you're going to see is there's things that you can get rid of that aren't really spending amount of time. They're not the right places that you should be going or the right people you should be talking to. Or maybe as much as we like to socialize, those phone calls to prospects could be 15 minutes and not 30.
God bless you. God bless you.
Yeah.
All right.
And you should start figuring that out and systematize what you're doing.
All right, this is really good stuff. We're going to talk about how you take this information, you documenting your day, recognizing the things that are taking a ton of time, things that maybe aren't your gifting that you're spending time on, things that aren't productive in moving your business forward. We're going to talk with Eli when we come back from the break, how you can create a repeatable system and scale it so that you can grow. Eli, stay with us. You can find him online at yourmarketinguniversity.com, yourmarketinguniversity.com.
And you stay with us as well. In fact, remember to turn up the volume during the commercial breaks. Do business with the people who do business with the pros. Why would we ask you that? Well, because it's just the right thing to do. They love you too.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no...
Market Wrap with Mo Ansari is your daily source for financial news and analysis. With over 30 years of trading experience, Mo shares his thoughts on the markets, answers your financial questions, and features guest experts from around the world covering a variety of investment topics. Visit marketwrapwithmo.com for more info about the show and listen to Market Wrap with Mo Ansari.
Weeknights at 6 on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
You've heard of the show Shark Tank, but you need to be aware of the real sharks out there. To grow your business, you need money yesterday, but the banks aren't helping. Hard money lending is the answer, but look out. There are sharks in the water. Attorney and CPA Steve Replin will help you navigate the waters, avoid the sharks, and best of all, get you the money. Avoid the chum. Check out hardmoneycoaching.com. 303-322-7919. That's 303-322-7919.
Financial market analysis from Market Wrap host Mo Ansari.
Diversification is the key. You have to have diversification in these markets. And if you have all your eggs in one basket, when things go bad, you're going to get hurt.
It's financial food for thought on your drive home. Market Wrap with Mo Ansari.
Weeknights at 6 on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM. The Colorado Business Roundtable brings you Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. Hear from key leaders in Colorado's business community, advocating for proactive business policies that strengthen the economy and help business grow and thrive in Colorado, as well as helping to make Colorado the best place to live now and for generations to come. Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 and Money Talk 1690.com.
This is Dan Kaplis. Our firm is dedicated to always being on the leading edge of the practice of personal injury law. That includes game-changing, next-generation technology, nationally respected experts, and innovative visual tools that help us bring our client's case to life for the purposes of settlement or, if necessary, trial. We only accept a limited number of cases, so we're able to devote to each client our full arsenal of technology, skilled attorneys, and staff. We are a serious firm for serious cases, and we make the vast resources of our firm available to good people from all walks of life by taking righteous cases on a percentage fee basis. If you'd like to talk with me about your case, just give me a call or email me through our website. There's no charge for an initial consultation. 303-770-5551, 303-770-5551, or dancaplisslaw.com. That's dancaplisslaw.com.
Hi, I'm Carl Deichler, the CEO of Beachbody, and I'm here to tell you about an amazing new way you can start losing weight for free right now. You've probably seen our workout DVDs on TV like P90X, Insanity, and 21 Day Fix. We just launched a beta trial of our new digital video platform, Beachbody On Demand. So while we're testing out this new digital video service, I'm inviting you to use it for free for 30 days. That means you can lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, even 30 pounds without paying a dime. Text the word TRIAL to 303030, and you can do 30 days of P90X, Insanity, or any of over 400 workouts for free. Now, here's the catch. In return, all I ask is you let us know what you think of the service so we can make Beachbody On Demand the best fitness and weight loss site ever created. Just text TRIAL to 303030 and get started for free right now. Again, text TRIAL to 303030.
Message and data rates may apply. Membership fees apply after 30-day free trial. Cancel anytime.
Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Buckle up for positivity, folks. That's right. You're back with the Experience Pros, Angel Tussey, Eric Raymond. We are helping get your business right. We do believe that your small business is big business and that your business is our business, but we're going to share your business with somebody who knows everybody's business, Ely Delaney.
Ely Delaney with Your Marketing University. He was painting a beautiful picture of a small business owner who has created this incredible lifestyle that you would only think would happen once you have a big business. And he's encouraging us not to think small, but to go big with putting in some systems in place. And before we went to the break, he was letting us know we need to document, spend a day and journal and document all the activities that are consuming your entire day. I think it would be an eye-opening exercise for all of us to see what's sucking up our time.
Ely, welcome back to the program.
Well, thank you, Eric. It's always fun to hang out with you guys.
Well, we love having you. So during the commercial break, I documented my day, and I had 4.5 minutes left. Now that I got a list of all the things that I do, what do I do with this list?
Very first thing you want to do is kind of scan through it and see what are the things that I'm doing that I really don't need to be doing, and cross them off and stop doing them. I mean, it sounds like that's just ridiculous, but that is one of the easiest things you can do to do less and actually make more time for yourself.
All right, but Ely,
that when you do that, you don't have to do all that stuff.
Okay, but maybe you don't have to do that, but stuff has to get done. So maybe delegate it out.
Mm-hmm. That would be the next step. And the first thing is you want to go through and look at that stuff, because you're going to find there's probably a couple things that you don't need to be doing. And that's the very first thing. That's like getting rid of the low-hanging fruit. It's like, okay, let's get rid of the things that we really just don't need to be doing first. And then the next step is to say, okay, these are the things that need to be done, but you know what? They don't necessarily have to be done by me. And by those kind of things, that could be maybe you have a family member help you out just a little bit, an hour or two a week, to do some basic filing. Or, if you're the entrepreneur and you hate numbers, don't do your own books.
And if you hate your family members, don't have them do it either.
That's definitely
Ely, I know we can see things on there that go, okay, I shouldn't be updating my website because it takes me forever and there's somebody else who should do it better. Mm-hmm. I should delegate out my bookkeeping because I stink at it, right? That's not my gift. It's not my main role. But what about those things that even though, right, I probably should be delegating out, but I don't hate doing them. I actually kind of like doing that kind of stuff, filing and putting sticky notes on stuff and rearranging the calendar and redecorating the office. And those things are kind of fun for me to do. And so harder for me to let go. How do you help me get my head around that?
The first thing that I would do with that is realize that there's a possibility you're kind of procrastinating on the stuff that needs to be done, and that's where that's coming from. For most people, that is the case. Now, not everybody. There are some people that's actually what they love doing, and those are the type of people that I'd love to hire to do that, because I hate filing. It drives me nuts.
Did you see the nice way he said that?
That was nice.
There's just kind of a possibility that
there's
maybe
a possibility
you're doing
that you're putting off the thing you really should be doing
say that with
in
a
favor
smile,
of.
see if that doesn't feel like a slap.
Yeah. So look and see, and it's okay if there's some of those things, that there are things that I really do enjoy doing that I don't necessarily have to do. And it's okay to look at that and say, you know what, I still want to keep this piece, but there are a lot of things that you should be handing off to somebody else. And it doesn't mean a full-time employee. And that's really the key point on this. You could hire somebody that could be it could be a local designer that works with you. You could hire an intern for very, very inexpensive and hire them for 5 hours a week.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be much. If you want to, like most of us that we live in the global economy, I work with virtual assistants all over the world. And it's great because it's very inexpensive. And I get somebody who can do some work for me for pretty much minimum wage, because they might live in the Philippines where they've, $300 a month is awesome. And there's a lot of different options that are out there that I can work with. And the great thing about it is I can just work with them and then look at somebody else, like say customer service. You should have somebody local. You should have somebody who can really answer the phones and be there if you have an office, that kind of stuff. But start thinking about what you're doing. And the very first step for everybody, I don't care what size business you have right now, you may be working a network marketing company out of your house, this is perfectly acceptable, is document your day and then sit down and go, okay, these are the steps that I take to complete this project. Create your standard operating procedures for your business.
Yeah, and write that down, right?
Critical. Yeah, so write it down. Create basically an operations manual for all the stuff that you do in your business. Everything from the prospecting calls, the scripts that you use when you talk to somebody, to what happens if somebody has a problem with the product and you need to fix the problem. What's step 1, step 2, step 3? What are the options? Document everything a little bit at a time. One tool that I highly recommend for this is using Evernote. Evernote is one of my favorite tools in the world. There are free versions and paid versions. FYI, I'm going to be doing some more training on Evernote in the near future. I haven't got that figured out when yet, because I'm actually working with them on a potential project. But but it's a tool that you can use to document everything and then be prepared, even if you're not quite ready financially yet or emotionally to not give this stuff up yet. If you document everything, have the parts and pieces in place, create the repeatable system that we mentioned earlier, now when you're ready to hand it off to somebody, all you have to do is give them the book and say, hey, here's what you need to know. And now your training is done.
It's brilliant. Eli, you're talking about this, and I was watching that, you build the case for duplication. But when you hand off the book and be able to train somebody else to do it, and they can do it by simply going through the steps that you've written down, now this answers the question, how do I scale it?
Because you've passed it off to somebody else.
Right?
Right? Maybe part of that?
Exactly. Part of it is you pass it off to somebody else. Now, as an example, if you are a solopreneur and you're doing all the sales and you get to that point, you've got your process for sales and everything documented. Now, what happens is, let's say you hire somebody to help fulfill orders. Well, now you can focus more on sales while they do that stuff. And then you get to the point you're ready to hire somebody to do sales, whether that's a actual employee or a commission person or whatever. It doesn't matter what type of role that is, but somebody else that does the sales, you give them the documentation. Now you're doing sales and they're doing sales, and you just scaled.
And you just scaled.
I love it.
He is the automated marketing architect for a reason. This is valuable. And especially as we are getting ready to turn over the new calendar year, we're thinking about the goals and things we want to do to grow our business next year. We've got to have these systems in place, and this is the perfect time to do that. Now, Eli, I know you've got a workshop coming up you want to let our listeners in on.
Yes, so I have a series of workshops that I'm doing, and one of them is a program called 7 Ways to Package Your Products and Get More Clients. And basically, this is one of the steps in scaling your business is taking your knowledge and everything that you have and packaging it up in different ways to make it more efficient so you can actually make more money, spend less time doing so. And so this program, I'm actually running it multiple times. It's an online workshop, so you can be anywhere in the world and anytime and watch this. The link for it is yourmarketinguniversity.com/experiencepros. I got a special link just for you guys.
Oh, I love that.
And it's 7 ways to package your products and make more money?
Yes.
All right. Is there an expense involved with this?
There is not. This is a free thing. It's kind of a taster, give you some ideas. If you want to work with me further, I would love to work with you. But this is stuff you can take it, you can run with it, have a blast. And if you implement the stuff I talk about, you're going to make more money, guaranteed.
Guaranteed. I love this. You are such a giver, Eli, coming on the show every month with us, putting these, giving everybody a special link that they can take your workshops for free, just to get a sample of what it's like to work with you. We've been working with Eli for years.
That's right.
And the testimonials from his customers are just out of this world. yourmarketinguniversity.com/experiencepros. Make sure you're making more money in the new year. You're thinking like a big business. You're duplicating. You're putting systems in place. And if you have any questions at all, Eli, what's the best way for them to connect with you?
You can connect with me in any of the social media sites, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Look for Ely Delaney. I'm very, very easy to find. Just be sure that if you try to connect with me, send me a message and say, hey, I heard you on the Experience Show. And that lets me know to pay more attention, because sometimes I do get overwhelmed. I get a lot of people trying to connect
it's
with me.
not true. Ely Delaney, we love you, man. Thank you so much, folks. Check him out at yourmarketinguniversity.com. We will be back with more positive business talk. We're going to wrap this thing, put a bow on it, and we've got some great advice from a longtime friend of the Experience Pros radio show for your holidays next.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Stock markets go up and go down. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, Saturday morning at 10 on Denver's Money Talk. Are you worried about the markets? How will you protect your assets? With recent stock market volatility, where should your money be now? Call me today and schedule a complimentary stress test of your portfolio. Call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or go to yourmoneyyourretirement.com. That's yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
The holiday season is a time for gift giving, so let me suggest a caring gift for someone you know, plus a gift for you. I'm Tina Francone, NRA certified instructor and founder of Straightforward Shooting. We've qualified thousands of Coloradans for their concealed carry permits. Now, I'd like you to consider giving one as a gift to someone you care about, a friend, coworker, family member, or someone who's made an impact on your life. At Straightforward Shooting, we guarantee personalized instruction that addresses specific needs. We assess skill and comfort levels so that we can fit your special someone into the perfect class. So give a special gift this holiday season. Give the gift of a Straightforward Shooting concealed carry class. And our gift for you, a free basic handgun book. Really, just ask for your special gift from us when you choose the class. Visit us at straightforwardshooting.com or call me, Tina Francone, at 720-989-9662. That's straightforwardshooting.com or call 720-989-9662.
Jane, you hire a lot of people for your business. Do you have a favorite website for posting jobs?
Indeed.
Oh, good. Because I've got mountains of resumes, but none of these people are qualified, you know?
Indeed.
Oh, and it's got to be super affordable, okay?
Indeed.
Jane, are you going to tell me the website or what?
I just told you 3 times. Indeed.com.
Oh.
It's the best place to find the most qualified candidates.
Ooh, Indeed.
Get started with the nation's #1 job site for free. Just go to tryindeed.com for a free job posting. With over 85 million U.S. visitors a month, Indeed.com is the largest job site in the country. Not only that, independent research shows Indeed delivers more hires than Craigslist, Monster, and LinkedIn combined. Your next hire is just a few clicks away, so don't wait. To post your job for free, go to tryindeed.com. That's tryindeed.com.
Terms, conditions, quality standards, and usage limits apply.
This is Lon He-Chen of the Hoover Institution for Townhall.com. Last week's elections can be viewed as many things: the victory of the outsider over the establishment, an expression of continued economic anxiety, or a statement of frustration about business as usual in Washington, D.C. Above all, we should see the election results as a repudiation of the Obama policy legacy. Exit polling tells a story. Trump voters believed Obamacare has gone too far, the economy's in bad shape, and the country's on the wrong track. And it's not just about Trump. Voters returned GOP majorities to both houses of Congress. Down the stretch, Trump and Republican candidates for Congress argued for limited government, policies to promote economic growth, and the importance of keeping our country safe at home and strong around the world. And the voters endorsed that message. Change is coming to America, indeed. I'm Lan Hee Chen.
Protect your wealth with gold and silver from Roslyn Capital. Call 800-299-8200. 800-299-8200.
Hey, it's Hugh Hewitt for Tynan's. You've heard me talking about Matt Tynan, my personal friend, for many, many years. Tynan's Volkswagens, Tynan's Nissan and Aurora, both of them run family-operated for more than 50 years. Tynan's has a huge inventory of Volkswagens, SUVs, and cars available on the lot listed at all the lowest possible prices. They have a large selection of used vehicles from a variety of manufacturers as well. Mostly they've got integrity. If you knew Matt Tynan, you wouldn't shop anywhere else. If you knew his brothers, you wouldn't shop anywhere else. Stop in for a test drive today. They're located at 700 South Havana Street in Aurora, Colorado, and they're looking forward to working with you. For over 50 years, Tynan's has specialized in financing people with every kind of credit situation. You're a first-time buyer, you got a bankruptcy or a foreclosure, they can help. They're one of the dealerships referred by the Colorado Consumer Bankruptcy Association. Mostly I want you to try Tynan's because I know Matt, and I know you can trust them to get you into the car that you need. Tynan's Volkswagen, Tynan's Nissan Aurora. Go in, tell them Hugh Hewitt sent you. That's Tynan.
You're a successful principal business owner. Are you demanding the same standards from your employee health benefit plan? Then look to ADX, a healthcare service utilizing only the best physicians and providers. ADX decreases your company's healthcare costs through medical excellence, reduced time to diagnosis and treatment, and improved outcomes, not by restricting care. ADX, better for your employees and your business. You'll improve the quality of care and reduce healthcare costs. Learn more. Watch a short video at betterhealthcarelowercost.com.
Revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
Hey, welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. This is America's home for positive business talk. You find stuff here that you simply do not find anywhere else, and it usually starts and ends with a smile.
Right. We are having so much fun helping you get your Friday going. You're almost ready for the weekend. Of course, we are getting towards the end of the year, which is pretty exciting. So lots of great tips today on, your finances, getting ready for the holidays. I've got my friend Rob Roy every year shares his holiday eating tips, and they crack me up.
I'm so thankful for Rob Roy and his holiday eating tips because I wouldn't know.
These are hysterical, but I have to tell you, in the last segment, we were talking with Ely Delaney from Your Marketing University about putting together all of your systems in place, like your documentation. This is how I do everything
to scale your business,
so you could pass it on to somebody. I used to write and leave a book for the babysitter when my baby twin girls were infants.
Write and leave a book
of instructions that my brother-in-law, Jeff, he still teases me to this day.
I can't imagine why. A book of instructions for a babysitter whose job is already to know how to babysit babies.
Well, to babysit my babies.
Oh, your babies.
My babies.
There's the difference.
My babies.
Got it. Okay. Well, tell us, what was in that book?
Everything. Everything. Eating schedules. Everything to the minute. Yeah.
Folks, if you think, by the way, that her babies are now 24 years old, if you think for just a moment, even half a moment, that Angel's grown out of that state. I've been working with her for the last 15 years, and I ain't her baby. But baby, she's got a book.
I should have a book for how to deal with Eric, so that if ever anything happened to me, I needed to be gone.
God forbid.
For an extended, lengthy period of time, and somebody had to step in.
Have the book,
right? No, it's not written down. It's all in our heads. This is the problem with entrepreneurs. It's in our heads. But in order to pass the wisdom on. We should create a book.
All right. Well, here's our Rob Roy's holiday eating tips. And Rob Roy McKinney, what a great man he is. He calls himself the consultant with character over at All Copy Products. Strong supporter of this broadcast and always has been. Rob Roy's holiday eating tips. Pay attention now. Number 1, avoid carrot sticks. Anyone who puts carrots on a holiday buffet table knows nothing of the Christmas spirit. In fact, if you see carrots, leave immediately, go next door where they are serving rum balls.
Tip number 2, drink as much eggnog as you can and quickly. He says it's like fine single malt scotch. It's rare. In fact, even rarer than single malt scotch. You can't find it any other time of the year, but now. So drink up. Who cares that it has 10,000 calories in every sip? It's not as if you're going to turn into an eggnogaholic. It's a treat. Enjoy it. Have 1. Have 2. It's later than you think. It's Christmas.
Tip number 3, Rob Roy's holiday eating tips. If something comes with gravy, use it. That's the whole point of gravy. Gravy doesn't stand alone. Pour it on. Make a volcano out of your mashed potatoes. Fill it with gravy. Eat the volcano. Repeat.
Rob Roy's holiday tip number 4. As for mashed potatoes, always ask if they're made with skim milk or whole milk. If it's skim, pass. Why bother? It's like buying a sports car with an automatic transmission.
Word. Rob Roy's holiday eating tip number 5. Do not have a snack before going to a party in an effort to control your appetite or eating. The whole point of going to a Christmas party is to eat other people's food for free. Lots of it.
You always hear that. Like, right? Eat a snack before you go so you don't overfill up at the buffet table.
Head to the trough.
Holiday tip number 6. If you come across something really good at the buffet table, like frosted Christmas cookies in the shape and size of Santa, position yourself near them and don't budge. Have as many as you can before becoming the center of attention. They're like a beautiful pair of shoes.
Jimmy Choo.
If you leave them behind, you're never going to see them again.
That's probably true. Tip number 7, same for pies. Apple, pumpkin, mincemeat, have a slice of each. Or if you don't like mincemeat, have 2 apples and 1 pumpkin. Always have 3. Where else do you get to have more than 1 dessert? Labor Day? Don't think so.
Holiday tip number 8. Did someone mention fruitcake? Granted, it's loaded with the mandatory celebratory calories, but avoid it at all costs. I mean, have some standards.
Seriously. And one final tip, number 9. We're talking about Rob Roy McKinney's eating tips, holiday eating tips. If you don't feel terrible when you leave the party or get up from the table, you haven't been paying attention. Reread the tips, start over, but hurry. January's just around the corner.
Right. We have, put off probably all year. You've probably, skipped dessert. You've had water instead. You've gone to the gym. You've done all of this stuff to show incredible discipline.
Boring.
Right. This is the time to celebrate. And he's right. If you miss it, if you leave it behind, you'll never see it again. And really, holidays aren't about the food.
Of course
right. We
not.
all know that.
No.
Right. It's about the memories. It's about the conversation and the time you're going to spend building memories with family and friends. And maybe presents. Maybe presents.
I'm talking about the presents with your people.
Oh, presents.
Look what I did there. Look what I did there.
Yeah, I don't think so. That's not what he meant.
I am a wordsmith.
Yeah, that's not what you meant.
I am a tongue crafter.
But he is doing some holiday shopping already. Of course, next Friday is Black Friday.
Get your walnut scrub right here.
And your wine pearls.
Oh man.
And your personalized whiskey barrel.
Oh, I saw that.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Does that make you happy?
It does.
I actually looked it up over here.
I absolutely
What would you do with that?
I would put
do you
whiskey
pour your
in
whiskey in it?
Of course.
And then you
I got a decanter.
Or do you make your own whiskey?
No.
No. Oh, you don't do. Oh, I don't know.
No.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
I got a gift last year, a whiskey decanter for my office, and I used it for several months, and then I found that when I use it, I drink it, and so it sits empty more than it is full in my office, which is really counterproductive. But the whiskey barrel, you won't know if it's empty or if it's full, and if I had the decanter and the whiskey barrel. Yes.
You're just so
yes. Weird. We get in, we get off the show here in a couple of minutes, and it's 8:00 in the morning here in Denver, and we go over to the office, and maybe I want a bottle of wine or not a bottle.
How about coffee? How about coffee, right?
I drink coffee here.
Your morning
all
coffee
morning long
is better with Experience
Pros.
Pros.
It's like 11 o'clock or whatnot, and you're like, it's 11 o'clock, Eric. Are you serious, you lush? And I'm like, come on, it is 5 o'clock somewhere, and it's 8 o'clock in my world.
Well, that was it. That's our whole week's long of shows. Never miss anything. Get us on demand. Follow us on Facebook and at Experience Pros, and subscribe to the show so you never miss anything.
That's it. YouTube channel, Experience Pros. Go to experiencepros.com. Click listen here. It takes you right where you want to go. We love you. Thanks for tuning in. On behalf of Marcus, our producer, thanks, buddy, and everybody else. We'll see you on Monday.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. This is the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact the Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or contact them on the web at experiencepros.com or on Facebook and Twitter at Experience Pros. If your customers love you, we want to know you. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KDNT Arvada Denver, serving Denver's financial community and the everyday investor.